Hello everyone, welcome to Fates and Fables. I'm Kyle Brodigan, your humble DM, and we embark on an adventure unlike any other you've ever seen before. We're playing a 5e Dungeons & Dragons game, but with a little twist. The setting I have our player adventures going on is in a steampunk setting, so although we may see some familiar monsters of lore, you also see some fun, little tidbits along the way, or in the air, or streaking across the ground on a sheet of light. Please join us as we follow Ilona, Styx, Jill, Frey, Tixon, Volt, and Persephone, a newly formed group, part of the Heroes Guild known as the Gearhearts, as they travel across the land to help those who can't help themselves, fight the good fight, good versus evil, and hopefully win the day. Please, I invite you to sit back, relax, enjoy the show as we tune in for another episode of Fates and Fables. Gearhearts Rising.
Alright, I think it's working. Alright, so, yeah, everyone ready? Everyone good? Ready as we're gonna be? Alright, fantastic.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Alright, so what's up, everyone? This is Kyle coming at you here from York, Pennsylvania. This is Fates and Fables. Yeah? Sound good? Sound like a plan? Alright. Gearhearts Rising Edition. We're gonna jump right into it, not really any announcements or anything. I'm just going to do a quick recap. Does everyone want to just introduce themselves real quick, starting with Nick? Just go around the circle.
All right, I'm Nick Rivera. I'm playing Voltal, the Sparky guy splitting up the family electron by electron.
There you go. Nice. You didn't have one last week. I was actually really looking forward to that.
I literally just made this one up now and tried to okay it with Kayla.
Fantastic. Good. Excellent. Welcome. Go ahead, Code.
I am Cody, and I am playing Freylas Akra, the barbarian who never skips chess day. It's very important to worship at the Iron Church, despite his personal hatred for deities.
I like it. Never skips a chess day.
What does he hate more, deities or shirts?
Oh, deities.
Oh.
Thought there was going to be a little thought process there, but he just jumped right in.
I know.
All right.
Kind of strange for a zealot barbarian, isn't it?
Makes sense. Kayla, you're up next.
Oh my gosh, I'm Kayla. I play Ilona Lewin. She's an artificer, and she has a mechanical construct who might just be the greatest thing ever to be invented. His name is Misfit. And you will fall in love with him.
I guarantee.
I guarantee!
All the enchantment spells. She's going to make it happen.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you, Kayla. And Crab, you're up.
I'm Crab. I play Lizardfolk Jill, fighter guy. I eat random objects because they taste good.
Bite stuff, as crocodiles do. Heather, you're up.
I'm Heather. I play Persephone Sharon for Adventure Off here any day or another third,
Nice.
the human gunslinger.
Solid.
And I'm Kevin. I'm from England, and I play Styx, the friendly neighborhood goblin who set people on fire.
I set things on fire. Smile. Amazing. All right, so welcome everyone. We're gonna do a quick recap. We'll just go right into tonight's game. So last week on Gearhearts Rising, the group of adventurers, just to kind of fast forward to kind of the main event of the evening, after a quick little, R&R, rest and relaxation at the sauna spa, went to dinner with Persephone's family, the Danerards, the head honchos of the House of Blades here in the city of Imbric. And after some heated words at the dinner table, going back and forth, well, yeah, I mean, heated, right? I mean, I saw the head.
Polite conversation.
Yeah, okay, there you go. That's, yeah, sure.
The Styx brand of polite, of course.
Some words were exchanged. How about that? Some words were exchanged. Some of our heroes said enough of this and excused themselves from the table and walked off. Some of the rest of the adventurers stayed to finish their meal, because it was tasty, I guess. Sure. Upon learning, as the Viscount and Countess started to excuse themselves as well for the evening, Percy had one final last little shred of verbiage that she wanted to share with her parents as they left. Instead of telling her more, they figured, why not just show her? And the Viscount pressed a button, doors slammed, windows slammed shut with these big, large steel corridors and contraptions locking them in to the safe room of the House of Blades. But instead of keeping the chaos from the outside coming in, the chaos was soon to embark on the inside as the Countess started to emerge and I almost kind of have like that, like kind of like busting out of an exoskeleton kind of a thing, like a bug molting into this large yellow brown tree-like figure with all these different tentacles and this one large red eye looking around at the group as a fight ensued between the heroes that remained and the Viscount and the tree sludge thing. Pretty interesting battle. The heroes that had actually left heard the door slamming, ran back to try to help their friends, were able to enter the corridor through a very, very nifty, very handy door patch from Alona's robe of useful things, I believe it's what it's called. And were able to come in and aid their friends. After the battle was over, we learned that the Viscount was not actually a person at all, but more of an as the visage faded, you saw this metal exoskeleton within the Viscount's clothing, and this large pile of yellow goop that laid there that Geo made quick work of, but saved some like Tupperware, I guess. Kind of saved some leftovers for maybe later. And that's where we left off. You just had started to escort Gerald and Calypso out of the House of Blades, going to the only real refuge you think you have in this city, which would be the Glory Hound's Imbrick division. And some of you were left behind, some of you were leaving, and that is where we left off. So that's where we're going to pick up. The battle has just ended. Some of you, I believe it was Lincoln, Frey, Alona, Misfit, Gerald, and Calypso had already started to walk out. Volt, Geo, Styx and Persephone were still kind of gathering their thoughts and gathering some things from the from the ballroom / dining hall there. So, Gearhearts, what do you guys want to do?
Well, I think I'm going to finish my plate.
That's right. You were eating. That is correct.
Yeah.
That's right.
I didn't eat
Screw
what
it,
you
boy.
And then before we get up to do anything, I'll shove some rolls into my pockets.
Okay.
That's what I was taught.
Yep, absolutely. I believe Alona took some with her as well.
Yeah, I did.
Well, I learned from her. So.
Always thinking ahead, just in case.
Gotta eat more to gain more.
Yeah, you never know.
So, Persephone, do you have any ideas where your brothers, I think that's who you wanted to look for, would be?
If I remember correctly, they said they were somewhere else. Was what I got out of.
Your brothers are out of town on business.
Visiting Nadal. DM, where does Nadal live? Is that elsewhere in town, or?
Go ahead and make a history check. First roll of the game. First roll of the night. Here we go. 47. 61.
17.
17. I was close. I wasn't close at all. All right. 17. From what you remember before you left Imbrick, overhearing some other things from your backstory, you recall that Nadal was still out on voyage on a shipment to Gothregal.
Okay.
Now,
and that was before I left, right?
Before you left, yes. That was
How long does that journey usually take? Do I know?
With that 17, should be returning soon, but kind of hard to put a timestamp on the day.
So, probably means that the brothers were going to wait for his arrival, not like they're on the ship with him.
Yes.
Okay.
And with a certain event happening between what was originally supposed to be for you, but is now for Andromeda coming up in 3 days, you could probably venture within the next couple days is when he would want to be back.
Mm-hmm. Do I know where Andromeda would be around now?
Where do you think she is?
Well, she wasn't at dinner, so...
Probably the other families.
Possibly.
Should I go over there and stab one of them? They might be a robot too.
I actually have a plan to suss out how involved they actually are. Which, if you'd like to help, you can help with that. It'll be later this evening.
Okay.
But no, my brothers are elsewhere. Another out of town. Unfortunately.
Okay. So who in this town do we have to look out for? Do you think your parents are here? Like they were just in the building?
Quite possibly, but
If we were gonna hide people, probably the basement, right? Somewhere where people don't go.
I'm gonna be scouring the whole house. I know pretty much all the nooks and crannies.
Anyway, I walk over to listen in on this conversation since I'm done scooping up goo.
No.
I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you have a nice take-home dish. Nice jar full of yellow goop. Slopping around in there.
Ugh.
Oh, and by the way, I thought something fun also, Crab, for your ring would be that, just for the sheer giggles of it, bad smell good and good smell bad. So even though to everyone else this smells like kind of like sulfurish, that rotten egg kind of putrid smell, smells delightful, kind of like fresh popcorn.
Gross.
Delightful.
No. Don't encourage him to eat things.
Just a side note. Continue. So Gio walks over to listen to your guys' conversation. Styx, you're in the room too, right?
Yeah, I'm busy in the corner, burning any slime that I can find, and cursing Kyla.
Curse.
You can, yeah,
How loud are you cursing him?
quite loudly now. It started off as mutters, and now I'm like still on fire, but punching the wall, going, "The stupid fucking twat bastard! Like, told me Imbrick was safe."
Are you saying the name?
Yeah, I'm cursing Kyla in a mixture of goblin, common, fiendish,
You're
draconic.
just trying to figure out if Percy would realize that's who you're talking about.
Oh yeah, he's not very subtle about it. Maybe not at first, maybe, but
Yeah. At first, as I'm cleaning up the mess of just burning all the goo, and then just getting more and more irate because Kyla told Styx that he checked Imbrick out and it was safe. There was no bad, fiendish, demonic things here. But the guy's an idiot and useless at times.
You just now
Isn't that your
figuring
mentor?
out.
Yeah, we all say these things about our mentors.
Oh, do you? I mean, I don't speak of the professor that way.
I'm sure at some point he's wowed you up enough for you to say something behind his back.
No, actually.
maybe.
We actually got along quite well.
Alright, don't get us wrong. We get on really well, but he's still a pain in my ass.
That's fair.
He seems to be that way with everybody.
Yeah.
You just hear it somewhere off in the distance. just a slight Kylo giggle, just because that's fun.
I do know that he was focusing on the red buzzards quite a lot. Maybe he just missed this. Then again, I don't think he actually headed out this way, because when I spoke with him and asked if where in Imbrick he had traveled, I don't think he had mentioned anywhere out on the island.
Yeah, he doesn't tend to get invited to the posh places.
So he just might have missed it.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I'm not going to ring him out when I next see him.
Oh no, just when you do, let me know. I do want to watch.
He'd get a kick out of that. So you want to check the building, see if you can find your...
Yes, I do want to search everything.
All right. So for this, are we going to? How much time do you want to delve to this, or is it time is no of the essence, or you just want to do the whole house, or what do you want to do?
How many hours before 11 o'clock?
This dinner was probably like a 6-7 o'clock-ish kind of thing, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was a 6. I mean, yeah. And this between dinner and you know, androids and things. I mean, it's probably all of maybe 7. So you have a little bit of a couple hours.
Okay, so I want to leave about half an hour before 11.
All right.
I want to search up until that point.
Okay. And
Alright, I'll help her
Volt,
look.
Styx, and Geo, are you going to be helping with this, or are you going to go back with the group to the glory house?
Yeah,
I will loan her my monocle and minute seeing.
Okay.
Ooh.
and I will stay with her, constantly
And
give her
I will-
guidance.
And I will walk around looking for stuff on my own.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I need attunements to that?
I do not believe so.
I don't think so.
Cool. Awesome.
So, for that, let's have Volt, Styx, and Geo. You guys roll investigation, and Percy roll investigation with advantage.
And guidance.
And guidance. Awesome.
Okay. While they're
Vintage
making
and
and
guidance.
do 3 of those each. So write down your numbers, okay? Or put it over there.
Wait.
Or do that. Okay, awesome. Fantastic.
Yo!
All right.
Those are
Wait.
investigation, right?
While you guys are
okay.
doing your rolls, Frey and Ilona and Lincoln, what are you guys doing? You guys have Gerald and Calypso.
Said investigation, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Shit. We're taking them to the Glory Hounds Hall.
Okay.
Yeah, while we're walking over there, though, I am gonna kind of mention off the side towards Calypso. You know, and obviously it wasn't your dad, being that he was a robot, and I don't think robots can have kids, especially not some weird ass fucking like demonic candle booger bullshit.
Well,
did you notice your parents acting weird at all recently, or
Well,
maybe
you are-
think
you
back
are
to a time where it
quite- you are
started?
quite astute, Frey. No matter what my sister may have told me about you before. I will say, it does connect some dots. From the last couple of months, they've been kind of acting strange. My father has always been a bit strict at times. I mean, you have to be to be the Viscount of the House of Blades. You have to be, but always a little bit harder on our brothers, but not so much on myself and Persephone and Andromeda. But she kind of thinks for a second as you guys are walking. There was one moment, there was a moment about, I'd say maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, perhaps. She kind of like thinks for a little bit longer. Yes, it was about a month ago, ish.
Before or after Percy left?
Oh, this was after. No, I guess it would have been maybe about 2 months ago. It's right around the time that she had left, but... And she kind of like shakes her head. It's just... I'm just trying to piece this all together. There was a moment where this one evening I did catch him sneaking off to the basement, and he never goes down there. I was more or less perplexed as to why he was going down there. And I started to follow him, and he caught me and escorted me back up. So it was just odd because, we have Warforged and other servants. It's not like him to really go downstairs, so I don't know. I just thought that was kind of odd. And
Oh, what's in the basement?
not much, which is again very odd for him to go down there. It's just supplies and things, but don't know.
Gerald, did you notice anything? Or do you know what was in the basement?
No, not really. I've served this family for many years, since many of the children were wee babes, and I mean, as Lady Calypso has said, and he kind of thinks for a moment too, it is actually kind of around that time that things have been different around the house, and in fact, we used to have many more servants, to be quite honest. And he looks at, and Calypso's kind of shaking her head, actually, as he says that. And now I'm actually one of the only ones left, besides all the warforged that we have in the house. So I don't know why. I don't question. I just do my duty. But
do you know what happened to them?
and the cook,
Yeah, you ever see him
somehow
around
the cook-
since they've been
the cook did
fired?
his job, but I guess I don't know. Warforged just can't cook. I don't know. What was your question, Frey?
You ever see those servants that were quote unquote fired around since then?
I heard that little dice toss.
Not in particular. I don't get out of the house much, but not that I can think of. No.
Anywhere in the house that was something like blocked off to you, anything like that? Anywhere they didn't want you to go?
I'm sure there's some secret rooms or I mean, it's a very large house, and it's very old. As you found out, the panic room still is operational and functional. There's many hidden things in that house, but not I would ever be pertained to being allotted to knowing. So where are we going?
I'd like to
by
make
the
an
way?
insight check on that,
Oh,
see
go
if
ahead. Yeah,
he does
sure,
know anything about any of them.
Absolutely, good.
Let me just actually grab a die real quick.
Thank you for inciting, because Alona never would.
Frey's hella suspicious about this guy right now. Alrighty. Not a great roll.
No.
See what the modifier is. Not a great modifier. That's an 8.
8. Seems pretty straightforward.
Right. Like you never heard of any of them, or knew of any of them except that panic room, or did you even know about that one?
No. I mean, I knew about that one. There's actually some other ones there where, as you saw, the table goes up and down, and there's another one for the lights in there. I mean, I know how to function those. And besides
Anything
this,
under the table chamber, or did you guys almost get
No,
your
I
asses
don't
crushed?
believe I don't believe it goes anywhere. I think it just sinks into the floor. But besides this, and he looks down, he still has this little remote on his wrist. This is the only real thing that I have access to, I guess.
You ever play around with that? See if it does anything other than just summon Warforged?
No, I don't play around. He kind of gives a little bit of a giggle. No, I don't. I serve my job, and I'm proprietor to the house. If there was anything to happen to the Dayronauds and someone else was to take over, I would be serving.
Look,
to
man,
them.
I mean, I get dedication to the job, but at some point, you gotta realize when shit starts going weird and people just start disappearing, it's probably a good idea to, do something to cover yourself.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I didn't know that they were robots and giant tree squiddly things, if that helps at all.
Well, no, but beyond that, even just from an employment standpoint, dude, they're just getting rid of everybody except you and the cook.
I'm good at what I do. I didn't question that. He gives another giggle again. So, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Gerald.
No,
go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead, please, by all means.
Oh, I just want to know if at some point I could sort of take a look at your little bracelet thing, if you don't mind.
You can roll a persuasion check if you'd like.
Ooh, that's not too bad. That's 15 plus 2, so 17?
He kind of looks at it well, I mean, I don't really see me going ever back into that house, at least until this is all figured. So he starts to take it off.
Yes, give it to me.
Jesus. Right, I mean, he'll hand it over.
I will take it and I will put it in my bag for later.
All right. So,
Um,
so the Glory Hounds, yes, you have residence there, or how does?
Oh, right, yeah, we actually haven't Down there, yeah, but we are members of the guild, so I think we can arrange something.
All right. Well, I do know where it is. I don't really know anyone there in particular, but can you guys hear that? My furnace just turned on. Is that too loud?
Mm-mm.
Okay, good.
Who do I know at the Glory Hounds?
You'll see when you get there if there's anyone still there that you remember.
Oh,
Okay.
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 I'm good with that.
So as you guys are walking, how did all of these 3 investigation checks go? There's like 14 nat 20s, and I only asked for 2. So holy shit, I don't know what's going on. All right, hold on. All right, so Volt got 15 nat 20. Geo got a nat 20. Boys were finding everything. All right. 24, 21, 25, nat 20. Jesus, monkey. All right, 30, 18, 25. Jesus, y'all, the upseed. Yep, you got it. Fine. Okay. So here's what you'd find. Do you guys want to do this as a group, or do you want to take certain rooms? And Percy, you are muted. And Nick, you are muted.
Yeah,
Right.
I
Brad,
would
you are
be
muted.
with Percy.
Everyone is muted.
Yeah, because you don't want to make
I know,
noise while
you're
other people are
good,
talking.
Go ahead.
I would have to be with Percy if I'm giving her guidance.
Okay.
If we're not searching all the rooms together, then I would send the others to the rooms that I knew didn't have any secret stuff. And then I would look for the hidden doorways and passages and such like that.
And I definitely wanna go to the basement.
If you're all going to eat up 3 hours, you got 3 hours to search a house. I mean, you can do
Yeah.
whatever you want. I just want to visualize which way you're going here.
Yeah, I would
I went
mention
by
the
my-
basement a couple times.
Actually, no, I'm not letting Jill loose in the house alone.
Okay.
Damn.
Do you just want to do it? We can do it as a group. That's fine.
Yes, no, I don't trust him to not eat things, and there are heirlooms in the house that should
He
not
finds
be.
missing window dressing if
Right.
the Geo goes off on his own.
Right.
Yes.
All right. So we'll start on the first floor. Okay. Just to kind of crank through this. So in the first floor, we'll start back at the kitchen. We'll work our way forward. In the back in the kitchen, nothing of interest in terms of hidden things. But you will find pretty much a plethora of meats, spices, fruits, drink, non-alcoholic, alcoholic, all right? I mean, they were setting up for dinner. Day Renard's do it right? Even if it's unwelcome guests to a point, it's still a dinner, right? So you can pretty much have your pick of the litter there. How much do you guys want to take? Some food? You want to take some drink? You want to take some cooking utensils? Like, the only people in there right now aren't technically, well, they're Warforged, so they're people. Is Bob and Dennis, who are, like, still kind of trying to figure out what they're doing because there's no one serving food anymore. So they're just kind of like, when you walk in, they're talking to each other. Bob, Dennis, Bob. They're like looking for food to take out, but no one's serving anything.
I mean, according to Geo, everything's food, so.
You two can clean the table.
Eats a Warforged. What's that?
I said you two can clean the table.
I still didn't hear you.
I said that they can go clean the table.
Clean the
The
table.
Warforged.
Mhm.
Okay. If you want to just collect food, like cooked food or uncooked food?
Well, no, I'm telling the two
The
robot
Warforged.
bots
Oh, the
that you have to go
Warforged.
clean
Oh,
the table.
yeah, okay, sure. Okay, yeah. They kind of look at each other and they'll just. They'll go. They walk into the other room.
Okay.
What do you guys want to take out of here?
I want to do an experiment.
Oh no.
I look at the meat. I sniff it. Does it smell bad?
The meat?
Yes.
The meat? Yeah, it smells terrible.
I take off my ring.
It
How
smells
about
like
now?
it smells like dirty feet. It's like stinky, like ugh. Old shoes.
Alright.
To
All
crab,
right, so I take off.
To crab,
yeah,
it smells
I
like
take
old
off-
shoes. To you guys, it
I-
smells delightful.
I will take off my ring. Does it smell better?
Yeah, it would.
No. All right, so I put my ring in my pocket and start eating the meat.
All right, excellent. There is all kinds of fun stuff, man. There is like, roast chicken with like like little sprinkles of like thyme and rosemary on there, a little bit of oregano, getting like nice spices going. So yeah, it's all good. Whatever you want, it's all there for you. You can have your full.
Yep, I chow down until I'm full.
Do you guys want to take anything out of here, or just eating some food?
I'll steal the spices.
Okay.
Nice.
So write down thyme, rosemary, and oregano.
God, look at all the time you have.
Oh, God. What time is it? 29 minutes. All right. All right. Over 30.
Even in rooms that I know don't have secret stuff, I'm still looking for secret stuff that's been added recently.
Okay.
What's the other spice, by the way? Because I have thyme. Is it oregano?
Thyme, rosemary, and oregano. Yep. Which, by the way, it is really good when you put it on chicken. I'm just saying.
Rosemary.
I'm going to find the oldest and strongest alcohol that's there.
You find
Of course
a
you
very
are.
aged elven wine.
Ooh.
Not open.
Oh, if it's not open, even better. I shall pocket one of those.
Okay.
Or two of those.
Write down elven wine, sir. Anything else in the kitchen, y'all?
How about like chopping stuff? Like cut tree? Or, Oh. Like the stuff the chef was using to cut stuff with. Hello?
Cutlery?
Yeah, that.
Cutlery. Like cooking utensils, like cutlery, like knives and things?
Yes.
Yep, you could take one cooking utensil set.
I'll take one cooking utensil
Just
set.
like a
since no
med
one's
kit
gonna
or an
stop me.
herbalism kit, there's a cooking utensil set.
Actually, let me check. I think I already have that. I already have cooked utensils. Does it already have all those?
Garlic's good. I like garlic too. There's garlic there too if you want it, man.
I'll take it too.
Fantastic. Now heading back into the ballroom / dining room, you pretty much know the 3 buttons what they do. Heading back out into the hallway area, there's the coat room and there's the stairs that go downstairs to like a cellar basement storage area.
I'm literally checking every room in the house.
Okay, all right. So when you go downstairs into the cellar basement area, you go down there, and you've been down there maybe a couple times before, just for, go randomly grab the eggs or go grab the wheat, that kind of thing. And as you're kind of inspecting it and giving it a one-over, you're about to walk back up the stairs, and something kind of catches your eye where when you walk back up, the one stair looks like a little bit different color than the rest of them. It's very similar. Like if you're just walking up and down the stairs all day, you wouldn't even notice it. But you kind of give it that one over, and it looks just a little off color.
I'm gonna stop, keep everyone else from stepping on it, and take a closer look. See if I can figure out what's up.
You already rolled investigation for this, so when you look at this step and you kind of give it a once over, you can even, now that you get a closer look, you can see the nails that actually like nail it into the stairs are like a newer nail than the old stairs at the rest of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of give it a once over and feel, and underneath you kind of like give it like slide your hand underneath, and there's some sort of metal rod right here.
Seems like a trap or something hidden.
It seems like a latch.
Okay.
It's like a metal rod as you kind of like... That's weird.
But it doesn't seem like it's a trap that I'll trigger.
It seems like a latch.
Okay. Styx, you're a bit smaller than all of us. Can you, carefully move down and take a closer look under the stair?
Yeah. Actually.
It's a latch.
Does it look like it opens up?
It looks like if you pulled it, it would probably open.
I'm going to look at it and pull.
Cool. So as you pull on this latch, you hear this... as the stairs kind of like sink, and it just kind of swings a little bit.
Yo!
It doesn't open. It just it kind of like the whole stair itself sinks and then swings a little bit.
I try to move it.
Cool.
Careful.
Cool. So as you swing these stairs, and you actually look down on the floor, Percy, and you can see in like the stone / concrete-ish, they don't have concrete, but like stone-ish kind of floor, you can actually see a very faint kind of arch where these stairs go back and forth on their swivel, if you will, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you open these stairs and go back in, this unknown light source seems to come on all of a sudden, just instantaneously. And you can see, almost like we have our lights in here, on the ceiling, a flicker of light. Not like a torch light, just a slight humming of a light. And it seems like if you keep going in, you'd be going underneath the hallway towards underneath the coat room. It's lit, but it's still kind of dark. You can see that there's some sort of back room in there. It's like this small little hallway that you can walk towards the coat room area.
All right, so let's continue on. Take a look.
Okay. All right. Who wants to go first?
I will go first.
Okay. Followed by anyone in particular?
I'll go
Yeah.
second.
Okay.
Choking that air over here.
All right. Cool. So as you guys walk in, Jill first. Jill, it's a little bit of a tight squeeze for you. Being a little bigger than the rest of the group, but you kind of like sidestep in, right?
Yeah.
And as you enter into this room, there's another one of these like kind of like humming lights above you. And when you walk in, almost like when you walk past what's it called, like a precipice of the door, instantly that other light turns on, and you can start to see this zoop, 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 1, 2, 3, 4 lights on these kind of like metal and glass cylindrical encasements along the side wall. A little bit like 8 feet tallish.
Oh no!
Kind of filling the room from ceiling to floor, all next to each other. And the glass in the front, so there's metal on top and glass in the front, and on top there's these little tiny like kind of coils with a slight purple bluish kind of hue just slightly humming that all seem to activate when you walked into the room.
You said coils?
There's coils on top of each one of these 4.
Do they look like my coils?
Just roll a straight intelligence check, just real quick.
Dead.
It's definitely some sort of energy-based coil, but you're not really familiar with specifics, if that helps.
All right, and you said they're about 8 foot tall, and the coil's up top.
And there's like these glass fronts on all of them.
All right, is the coil outside of the tube or inside of the tube?
On top.
Okay, Gio, can you get close to one of those, please?
So
Probably
just to
muted.
kind of help with the visual, when you walk in, they're all
I walk close to one of them.
off to your right, and they're all facing the other wall. And there's like these glass fronts to them. They're kind of sort of fogged over-ish, but you can't really see from this angle.
Yeah. If you don't mind, I'm gonna try to climb on Gio's back so I can touch the coil.
Oh.
But I'm gonna use my gem hand. Because right now my container is empty, so hopefully if it is something that is what I'm similar with, it should go into the tube. If not, I figure out what else it is.
Okay. All right. So you want to hop on Jill's back, and you want to touch a coil.
Yeah.
Okay. And Jill, Styx, and Persephone, what are you guys doing?
I listened to what he said before and walked forward to the thingamabob
Okay.
and touch it.
I see what he's doing and take a couple of steps back.
Okay.
Can I figure out what this thing is?
Sure. Roll. I would say for you. You know what? Volt. What you have Tinker stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
What would that add to your intelligence there?
My proficiency. So 3.
3. Okay. Still same information then. Yeah. Roll a Tinker stuff there. Persephone.
Is it straight roll or with advantage?
Straight.
Okay. Ooh, not bad, not bad. 22.
22. Okay, so looking this thing over. Looking this thing over, do you want to... Are you staying in the doorway, or are you going into the room to look at them specifically?
Looking at them specifically and telling Volt, don't touch it just yet.
Okay. So as you kind of walk up to kind of inspect these a little bit more with your 22, you're kind of like looking over the metal brackets, and you're kind of like taking in, okay, coil, like is that's okay, energy source, tilting it down, it kind of feeds down into here, goes down to the bottom tube, goes up in here, and when you kind of look into the glass case, you see a metal exoskeleton very similar to the one that you just stuffed into your bag.
Okay, so they got more than one dad. Got
And
it.
when you look in the next one, and when you look in the next one, and when you look in the next one, it's 4 of them.
Dad 2.0.
3.0, 4.0, and...
Can Alona have one of those?
Oh,
Wah wah.
wow. That like
I don't think you want any of those, to be fair. I'm pretty sure they're murderous robots.
They don't have any skin or anything on them, though, right? They're just the skeleton.
That is correct.
Okay.
And you see.
Do I
Volt
think
start to
it's
reach up
safe
towards
for
the-
Volt?
You see Volt start to reach up towards the thing.
I'm like this. She told me not to touch it. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching
Do
it.
I think it's safe for him to touch?
What did you roll, a 22?
Yep.
Dad, not.
I don't know. That's up to you.
Do I think it's gonna kill him if he
I
touches
should
it, or just hurts?
die.
Touch it, Vault. Touch it.
Don't touch it. Don't.
Touch it, Vault. Touch it.
I love half the group saying touch it, half the group saying touch
I'm
it.
waiting. She told me not to touch it, but if I hear 6 saying touch it, oh, okay, full pound it.
Are you gonna touch it?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't. Can I try to like? Can I try to like take out some of it? See if it's like conductive or is it not? Is it fake lightning or lightning? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
There's no. Okay, so there's no sort of pulse going on to these things. They're just.
Okay.
The room is just lit.
Okay, that's all I was trying to figure out. Is it
That's
this
why
natural
it's
lightning
lit, y'all.
contained?
So these are
Yeah.
these are not lit. That's why it's kind of hard to see into them. There is a slight kind of like foggy frost kind of on the front of them. But they did not they didn't necessarily turn on when you walked through the precipice, just the lights did.
Okay.
To the room.
Does it seem like this thing is charging them or keeping them in stasis?
What did you roll? 22? More of the stasis one.
Stasis? Okay, so if I screw with it, they might wake up, so let's not do that. Okay, let's see what else is down here.
Okay, I'll hop off, Jill. Thank you, Jill.
You're welcome.
All right. So, so this room is probably all of maybe like, 8-9 foot ceiling. No, it's actually more like 8 foot, and then it's only about 5 feet long, just about 6 feet long, just to fit these in here, and it's about 10 feet down this way. So it's more of a rectangular room than it is a square. It just fits these things in it. That's all that's really down in this room. Or these 4
I put my ring back on, and when they're not looking, I try to unscrew the light bulb and try to
God.
eat it.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
Jesus.
passive of 20.
Yeah. Yep. You gotta wait 20 minutes to attune to it now, because you just unattune to it, I think, if you take it off.
Oh, is
There's
it?
some crunchy bubblegum there, bud.
Yeah, you might want to wait a little bit before you crunch on them, but,
Yeah, okay. I'll put my ring back on.
All right. So are you guys gonna like close the stairs, leave them open, go back upstairs? What do you want? Because you could still technically go
I feel
up
like
the
there's
stairs
more in this
without putting
room.
them back.
I wish there was a way to rig it so that nobody else could open it, but
We
no,
can do
let's just
that.
close it.
Okay.
Can you?
Yeah.
Can you rig it so that only we can get in? Change the lever or something. Because I'm
don't know.
curious about those things. I want to be able to get back in.
We may be able just to cover the latch with something else. If you and I want to make something to cover it so the latch is harder to find.
That may work. Or can we remove a crucial part and then
Can we
be
just
able to
take
put
the
it back
lever?
later?
Yeah.
Think of this as a little bit more fancy of like a gate lock. It's just a real easy little latch, but again, not knowing that it's there, you wouldn't know that it's there. It just
Can we-
hinges the latch.
Lock it somehow?
Be creative. How do you want to do that? Kick it.
Well, I've got all this hardware. Can I rig up something that keeps it shut until I undo it?
If you want to lock a latch, you put something above so the latch doesn't lift.
Mm-hmm.
So even just putting a nail there itself would just make it not open up.
It's pretty
Well, I'm
simple.
thinking something that is harder for anyone else to figure out how to open, because if there's just a nail there, they can take it out.
I could freeze it.
Ooh.
That is useful. How long will the ice last?
I haven't froze a lock before.
Well, no, I'm curious. So let's try that to just test to see how long it lasts.
Sure.
Okay, I will lightly ray of frost.
Lightly ray of frosted.
So like more of like a small breath of frost.
All right. Go ahead and roll Arcana check. Let's see if you can
Okay.
lightly frost it without just fucking it up. Just breaking the shit out of it. Okay. All right. It takes you a little bit because you don't necessarily just want to fucking all.
It's not a palm, it's just the finger.
Yeah, just kind of like, just really trying to like focus in on not really. What's the damage of Ray of Frost?
I think it's
It's a D8.
upgraded.
D8.
Yeah, so it's 2d8 now for me.
Yeah.
All right, roll a d8.
Oof.
It does fuck it up a little bit, but
It's okay.
Still,
I have
still
mending
looks
for
it's
later.
intact.
We're fine.
Yeah.
I can fix it later.
I can fix it.
When it starts breaking a little bit, I'm gonna start humming a little bit so no one hears me breaking it. Just-
Ooh, make a. Oh, that's fun. Go ahead and make a performance check just to see how your humming goes. I want to see if you can stealthily. That's amazing.
14.
Pretty sure Percy and Styx would probably still pick that up. I don't know about Geo. Geo's like,
My
come on.
passive
Come on,
is
Ring.
14.
Come on,
Oh,
Ring,
God,
I
they
want
all
you
know.
bubblegum. Oh god. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we're good. We're good here.
I'm gonna look and see if it's something that can be fixed later.
It doesn't
I have
look
bending,
broken.
it's fine.
Yep. Doesn't
Then
look broken.
that's fine.
Might have taken some damage along the way. Not sure how much.
Fine.
Right. So as you guys go up through the rest of the house, nothing really in the. So remember, when you walk into the House of Blades, it's a big sword room off to the side where the piano and everything was, and off to the other side where there's a little bit more decoration and stuff. Nothing really going on in there. But when you go upstairs, we're gonna go back over to Frey and Ilona. So, Frey and
The stairs
Ilona,
killed us.
you guys start to make your way to the Glory Hounds. Yes, straight line shooting for it. No
Yup.
stops along the way. Okay.
That's the idea.
All right, cool. Now, Ilona, you've been here before, so again, with Gerald's help of navigating everything, you eventually do find your way there. And it is dark. As you guys walk through the streets of Imbric, there is the occasional as you see another another large dinosaur kind of walk past you as you're walking an opposite direction. All the dino stores have been kind of like closing down shop for the day. And as you're walking too, you do start to see a lot of the like the lampposts in the city, but instead of having some of the maybe like the lesser off to do towns where it's more someone has to go around and light them physically, you do start to see this arcane kind of as these lights are kind of like a purple and white to their braziers. They kind of like flicker almost like they are flames, but you can see closer inspection they are just these crystals in these lampposts as you're walking to kind of light the way. And as you go from Imbric Island over across the bridge and make your way to the Imbric Island, the mainland, instead of having these like crystals, that's more of Imbric Island. As you go to the mainland, you do see these large kind of like glass enclosures to the street lamps, and you see these like weird kind of like coils inside of them, and they're just like, they seem like they're almost on fire, but they're just slowly like just you can hear the hum as you go past them. When you get to the Glory Hounds, there's a human man standing out front, and the doors are closed to the Glory Hounds establishment. But you see an older man, he's a human, standing there in not necessarily the nicest of Glory Hounds gear, but he does have a patch on. And what's a little bit different about his patch, and as you walk up to the Glory Hounds building, it's this large 2-story building, almost looks like it could be 3 stories, all like olden like stone and wood architecture to it. There's the Glory Hound banners right next to the main door. But what's different about these banners compared to yours, you guys had the like the 3 hounds in your crest from Azeros. This is more of just an older, just 1 hound and kind of like a shield emblem on the banners, but it does still have the like the navy blue and gold to the coloration. So the colors are the same, but the banner and the emblem is a little bit different than yours.
Does it match my coat?
Yeah, actually, it does. It's pretty close.
Oh my god!
As you guys approach, she goes, "Oi! What goes? Wait, what you want?
Do I know him?
Hound's closed for the day. Come back tomorrow."
Do I know him?
Roll history check.
14?
14. Can't quite place the last name, but you remember this as Fabian?
Fabian? Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Is that Fabian?
Oh, who's that?
You know this guy?
Of course I know him. It's Fabian. He's
And as
Fabian!
Misfit kind of like walks around the side of you, he goes, "Oi, yeah, right, hello, hold on, don't tell me." He like, hold on, wait, what? 1 second.
Jennifer.
That's a great name.
My name is not Jennifer.
I know, I want to see if he just goes along with it, though.
Nope.
No.
Lonnie.
Eliza, hello? Nope.
Yes, no, you
was
had
close.
it.
Okay, hold on. He kind of like...
Ilona, you were almost there.
I was just about to say that. No.
Of course you were.
Yeah, right. Hey, hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm just spectacular. But we do actually need access to the Glory Hounds because we have some people here who need a little bit of protection.
All right, but hold on. He kind of like knocks on the door. Another human comes out. Oi, what? We're closed. No, hold on there, stupid. And he kind of like, what? We got members here. Hold on, just... He's like, and now Gerald and Calypso kind of make their presence known. How many of you are? He starts counting. He's like, how many of you are there? He's like, kind of like squinting to see in the dark.
Well, there's 5 of us, but only 2 of us need a place to stay. They sort of need protection. Could we come in?
All right, hold on here. Hold on. He's like, Bartholomew, come here. He's like, oh god. He's like opens the door a little bit more. Now you see this like larger half orc kind of come out. Kind of comes out and he's like, oh, Glory Hounds are closed for the evening. Sorry.
No,
Are you
we
sure-
are
you sure the
glory
city's not
hounds,
called
Bartholomew.
Brit?
Oh, why didn't you just say so the first time?
I'm gonna turn around and show him my coat.
Oh right, all right. Well, okay. So how many? And he's like, they said 5. Hold on. He's like,
To reiterate, are we sure this town's not called In Brit, not In Brick?
now you messed up my count. Hold on.
There's 5, Bartholomew. There's 5 of us. One,
No,
2,
he's
3, 4,
Bartholomew.
5.
He's Bartholomew. I'm Fabian. That's
I know, but I
I'm
was talking.
Bartholomew. What you talking about?
I was talking to Bartholomew because he asked the question. There's 5 of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we please come in?
Yeah, right. Okay, not a problem at all. We should have plenty of accommodations. It's kind of a lot. Okay, sure. No, get out of the way, you idiot. And he's like, oh, sorry. And he's like opening up the door. And he's like, all right, 1. As you guys walk in. So who walks in first?
I'll go first.
Okay. He's like, all right, 1. Who's next here?
I'm going last.
Okay.
Come along, Calypso. Come along, Gerald.
All right, Gerald 2, Calypso 3. He kind of takes him and he's like, "Oh, wait, hold on a second." Kind of looks at Calypso for a moment.
Hey, buddy, you mind not holding up the line? I kind of
no,
got.
sorry,
It's very rude to stare at a lady, no matter how beautiful she is, and I'm gonna kind of usher her in.
Familiar to me. I'm sorry. All right. So no, 1, 2, 3. And as you guys are walking up, so Lincoln, you're letting Lincoln go before you,
Yeah.
Frey. As Lincoln comes up behind Gerald and Calypso, he kind of puts his hand out. Oi! Wait just a minute.
Hey, bud, what did I just say about holding up the line?
Well, you can go, but this one right here, he's looking right at Lincoln. You know you're not allowed in here, Lincoln.
But no, so sorry. There's a bit of a misunderstanding. Calypso, tell him that this is your bodyguard who was to see that you get to your room. Please.
Go ahead and roll deception.
That's about right. That's a 2.
Yeah, right. Well, I don't care if he's the king of Ingbrick. He ain't coming in here. I know he's not allowed in here. And he's like, yeah, sorry, Lincoln, you're not allowed in here.
No, but he's with us. He'll only be in for a second. Please, can we just?
It's fine. And Lincoln's gonna pipe up. Nope, I didn't think I was. It's all right. It's fine. It's cool. You guys are safe, and that's what's important. I'll kind of looks around.
Don't
You want to just chill here with Fabian and we'll be right back?
What's that?
You want to just chill here with Fabian and we'll be right back?
Well, I mean, I could. There's plenty of. It's fine. There's plenty of taverns in here, inns and things. It's all right. It's cool. It's fine.
If you,
Ilona, and you guys look. It's fine.
No, Lincoln, if you go into
fine.
a tavern, we're going to have to come find you, and then we're going to want to sit down for a drink, and we have a lot of things to do. So can you
That's all right.
please just
We'll meet up in
stand
the
up?
morning. Where do you want to meet up in the morning? As he kind of
In the morning?
It's fine.
No, we can probably stay with.
Dude, we're just literally getting these guys some
All right,
accommodations and fucking leaving.
Here's how it's gonna be. It's either you all go in without him, or none of you need to come in. It's really
Fabian, we got it. We're gonna go in and leave him out here, but we're just working out where we're gonna meet him once we come back out.
All right,
Frey,
we'll make
can
it
you
snappy.
just-
The doors are closing.
Frey, can you just take them inside and make sure that they get somewhere safe? See if they can.
No, I don't know anybody here.
Oh my god, you're so right. This is the worst. Lincoln, just stay here.
Look,
Don't go anywhere.
I'll hang here with Lincoln. You get him in. We'll be right here when you come back.
Okay, 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Don't let him take you anywhere. Just 5 minutes.
All right.
All right, great.
I'll take them
Wonderful.
inside.
All right, thank you very much. And he's gonna start to just close the door behind Fabian. Yep, thank you very much. Ilona, you are now inside the Glory Hounds with Gerald and Calypso. What would you like to do?
How do I get them a room?
So as you walk in to the halls of the Glory, right?
Yep,
You have
those
been in here once or
glorious
twice
halls.
before, right? And you recall that in here it's a very old cottagey kind of feel to the inside. Off to the one side, there's a large fireplace mantle with stone all around. There are some chairs kind of like parked around there too. All the walls in here have a nice like wooden outlay to them, all going along the sides. So again, that kind of like inside cottagey log cabin kind of feel to it. And when you walk towards the front desk, just like in the Glory Hounds back in Azeros, there is like a reception area, and you see there is a human woman there, and she's just kind of sitting there like looks like she's doing something to her nails and stuff. Her hair is up in like this big red bun, and she's just kind of sitting there waiting, and she looks up, she's like, can I help you?
Yes, hello. You have beautiful hair, by the way. I love it.
Thank you. I just had it done. It's like, and she just like goes all from like very serious to very, it's like, thank you for noticing.
Yes, it looks fantastic.
I saved up 2 weeks just to get this bun.
Well, it looks well worth it.
Can I help you? The Glory Hounds are closed for the day.
Oh, yes, sorry. So I just want to put my friends up here in a room. They sort of need protection.
And she looks at you a little bit closer. And roll a history check.
Me?
Yep.
Natural 20. I remember this bitch.
Well, actually.
Oh no.
This woman looks. You've never actually seen this one before. There was a previous receptionist here by the name of Darcy. And this is not Darcy.
Where is Darcy?
Oh, honey, she hasn't worked here for like a week now.
What happened? Where'd she go?
Well, as far as I understand, she died.
She what?
Yeah, it was quite sad, really.
What happened?
Well, it's kind of a sad story, really. She had this person, and it's actually a really. And she kind of like gets all befuddled for a little bit. It's a sad love story. It's like
she had this person. What?
Her husband died, and she died from grief.
Who was her husband?
That's some man in another city somewhere.
Do you remember his name?
No. She's all getting all like sad.
No, she must have talked about him at some point. Do you remember anything about him? Where he was?
She kind of like wipes some tears. It's just so beautiful but sad at the same time. I'm sorry.
Can you die from grief?
Whew, okay. I'm sorry. You were saying you needed a place to stay, yes?
Yes.
And then she kind of looks over at the other two, and Gerald and Calypso are standing there. She goes, "Oh, Lady Calypso, okay."
No.
And she kind of like wipes her eyes a little bit and like straightens up her hair.
This is not Calypso. This is Miss Bennett.
Roll a persuasion check on that one.
You're an awful liar.
Yeah, right?
I'm so an awful liar. That is a 10.
A 10?
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure that's Lady Calypso.
We came to the Glory House
She
for a
kind of
reason.
straightens up her. What do we owe the place? It's very late. Why are you in the holes here? I mean,
Fine. Miss Calypso needs a room with protection, please. Do not tell anyone that she's here.
I'm very confused.
It's okay.
I'm very new here.
I know. This is a lot. What? You're doing a great job,
I feel
though.
like I'm gonna get in trouble.
No, you're not going to get in trouble. You can tell people that you have a guest. Just don't go around spreading the word.
Really bad. I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble.
No, you're not going to get in trouble. Look at me. Okay, let me introduce myself first of all. My name is Alona. Shake your hand.
Oh, Stacy. Yes. Oh,
Stacy,
Yes.
so nice to meet you. Listen, Stacy, you're doing a wonderful job.
I don't
but
feel like it.
No, you're doing great. You're doing Darcy proud. You are. You're doing very. I know. Be strong for her. So if you could, what's the name of the guy that runs the Glory Hounds in this city?
Oh, his name is
If you don't mind.
Baron Monak Stormfist.
Monak Stormfist.
Monak. Monak.
That
Sounds
sounds bad.
badass.
All right, so if you could just tell Baron Monak that Ilona put Calypso into a room here for safekeeping, but just don't tell anyone else. Just tell Baron Monak, and if he has a problem with it, I'll be here tomorrow morning, and we can discuss it then, because I do need to talk to him. What time is he coming in tomorrow?
I'm gonna have to get my supervisor. This is no.
No,
I feel
Stacey,
I'm
you
gonna get in
don't-
trouble for this.
Stacy, no, you're
Hold
not going
on,
to get in trouble.
I'll be right back.
I'll get in trouble.
I'll be right
Oh
back.
my
I'll be right
God.
back. And she's just gonna walk away.
I'm going to run to the door and open it real quick and be like, 5 more minutes. Everything's fine.
Oh,
I
Lincoln
know,
just
I'm
puts his head back.
sorry. I'm really trying here.
He looks over at Frey. All right.
Frey looks over.
Frey, go.
So you do some cool shit with that the magic glove bullshit. What's up with that?
The magic glove.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you like shot lightning out your hand at the
Oh yeah,
gold.
yeah, I can show you that. Sure. Okay. All right. Cool. We'll do that. All right. Okay. We're
Don't-
good.
Don't hit anyone. 5 more minutes. And I'm going to close the door and go back inside.
All right. So while we're waiting for the supervisor to come,
Oh my
back
god.
over to the house. So is everyone going upstairs, or is no one? Who's all going upstairs?
I'm searching every room.
Okay.
I have to go because she's watching me.
Uh-huh.
Right. Fair enough. So, as you guys explore some of the rooms upstairs, now this is very similar to Aunt Rosalind's house, where you go up the stairs and the rooms are kind of all U'd around the other way, right? You've already been, obviously Persephone is the way around, but there's the bathroom. There is all the kids' rooms. Some obviously a little bit more vacant than others in the past, but over top of the overall Blades entranceway is where the Viscount and the Countess stay. Which you want to go to all the rooms?
Mm-hmm.
All right, all the rooms. So as you explore all the rooms, nothing really going on in like the bathroom or Calypso's room or Persephone's room or the boys' room.
None of my stuff is missing, right?
No.
Good.
Nope, your stuff is
Okay.
When you go into the main chambers, now if I'm not mistaken, everyone rolled high enough that someone would eventually see this.
I mean,
Yeah,
a
each round
7
has
and
at least
2.
1 crit.
Right. So we'll say once you're kind of in there and exploring, Geo,
Yeah.
as everyone's kind of going through things, like looking under the bed, looking in the curtains, looking for some of the sconces, just like do they move, do they pull, and everything. You actually go into the Countess closet. Your ring would be back activated by now, so you're kind of just investigating, but you're more like looking for new food kind of thing.
Yeah.
And when you're in there, you're kind of pulling around some of the dresses and everything. I don't know if you want to eat any or not.
I think she's watching me still, so I gotta wait.
I don't know. Are you?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So.
I'm keeping him in sight at all times.
All right. So you'll see him go into.
Boring.
You'll see him go into their closet, right? It's a large grand closet, and as you're kind of rifling through some of the dresses of the Countess there.
If I see a dress that I never liked, I'll let him eat that.
What's that?
If I see a dress that I never liked, I'll let him eat that.
Okay. Oh, detect magic. Okay, that's good. You did roll a crit too, right, Jill?
No, I rolled a 7 and a 2.
At some point, you rolled a crit in there somewhere.
Yeah, at the beginning.
All right.
It was his first roll for it,
Oh,
yeah.
your first roll. Okay. Who rolled a crit?
Volt.
Well, somebody
Volt.
did. It's fine. It's
Volt
fine.
had
Everyone
on the
rolled
second
fucking
one.
fantastic, so that's fine.
Yeah.
So as you're kind of looking through some of the dresses, one of the very last ones, almost like hidden away, if you didn't actually pull a dress out of the way, you see a red, kind of actually orange now, coloration to this like white and yellow, very nice, very pristine dress. But there is a crimson orange kind of flowing through the dress. And you would know enough from all of your survivaling and skinning things and just overall just nature stuff that this is dried blood.
Oh, I take it out and show the Percy.
Okay.
The Percy.
Percy.
Just the one, though.
There's only one.
Right. So as Jill, you watch Jill walk into the closet, and a couple moments later comes out and presents this white and yellow dress to you with this red crimson kind of color on it. This dried blood.
Yeah, it's blood.
That's disheartening. Does it look like someone died in it?
Go ahead and roll medicine. That makes sense.
Oh, so good at that. Okay. Oh no, that's a 2. With a +2.
There's a decent amount of blood on here. There's blood. There's sure. Yep. Blood on.
Is there a hole or anything in it? The dress is not damaged. It's just blood.
Ooh, okay. That would be a separate check. That would be more of an investigation of the dress.
Okay.
You have advantage with that monocle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking over it. Maha. 30?
24.
24?
Yeah.
24?
Yeah.
You would see as you're kind of giving it the one over, not really, kind of looking over the blood for a second, be like, okay, and start looking over it more. You do see, like, right around kind of the abdomen area in the front is a tear where it looks like some sort of large puncture was
Rounded or a slash? Like knife or a needle?
Like stab.
Okay. But like long, so like a blade.
Yes.
Okay.
You rolled a 24, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So this is bad, right?
This is not good, no. Well, on one hand, that creature downstairs was not likely to be my actual mother, but it looks like perhaps she was dead already.
Oh. Oh well.
Wow. Okay. And that's where we're going to take a break.
I do hope not.
I need to go to the bathroom. So, everyone hold your thoughts there for a moment. I'm going to pause the recording here for just a second, and we're going to be right back.
Sounds good.
Oh goodness, where to begin? Growing up in a bunker alone with only her father and her mechanical dragon, Misfit, Ilona Lewin often felt isolated and alone for the first 24 years of her existence. Forbidden from venturing into the apocalyptic wasteland she was told lay beyond the bunker door, she often dreamed of having her own adventures. After her father left one day and never returned, she had no choice but to leave home and was enthused to discover the world that she thought had been destroyed was so alive. There was so much beauty, so much wonder, so many new friends to meet, and Ilona wasn't going to waste any time. She set off with nothing but her father's coat and her mechanical best friend to find answers to so many of the questions she had. Did bees really have knees? What did the ocean look like? I wonder if there are actually fish larger than dragons, like I've read about. There were so many adventures to be had. So why had her father locked her away and kept her from knowing such a wonderful and magnificent place filled with so many great people? Ilona made friends with anyone she had even half a conversation with, but soon found herself closely bonded with a group of adventurers training to be part of the Glory Hounds, a marvelous skill that she had already, accidentally sort of, stumbled into, but she is officially a member. Probably. Choosing to stay with these gearhearts, Ilona soon began to learn that this world was not as perfect as she first thought it to be. So many friends in this world would lie and hurt people. There was a darkness to the world that even she couldn't avoid seeing. But never fear, this girl was raised on fairy tales, stories where monsters were always slain, good always triumphs over evil, and the heroes always stand victorious. It's going to take a lot more than evil plots and devious villains to make Ilona, regret ever leaving that bunker.
Styx ain't had the easiest lives, but what he has lived through has made him the goblin he is today. He was born and raised in a tiny village situated in the forest that surrounds the Shadowvale Mountains. Life was peaceful until the night the heroes came to visit and threw his life into darkness. Alone and afraid in a world he didn't understand, he sought shelter in the only place he could find, the ruins he had heard about as a child buried deep within the Shadowvale Mountain. Just one problem with that: the ruins weren't empty. The years passed filled with pain, fear and solitude until he was rescued by his now closest friend Kylar. This fateful day would change Styx's life forever. He was no longer alone in the world. He had friends, he had a family, he had a cause to fight for. Styx is now a blood hunter and a member of the Claret Order, those who fight against the darkness and the things that would use the darkness as a weapon. His training now complete, he has decided to travel and expand his knowledge of the world and the secrets it hides. Eventually, his travels led him to Lower Azaro and the Guild Hall of the Glory Hounds. Little did Styx know that this one act of accepting work would have such a big impact on his life. Styx now has some new comrades and new friends to explore the world with, and new ways to look at the world. He has found a talent for magic he didn't know about, and through this magic, his familiar, Acheron. The shadows of his past are once again looming behind Styx, but Styx knows he has friends to help him. He ain't alone anymore, and he ain't afraid anymore. He's still the same goblin he's always been, but one thing he knows for sure. It's true what they say, mate. What don't kill you can scar you for life. But the drink helps.
Well, hello there. Name's Jill Ashwood-Tick. My friends call me Jill. I'm a lizard folk, as you can plainly see. And this here is my introduction. I was born in what most Saskans called the Savage Swamplands. I, however, called it home. Till I was run out for hunting too much. Ugh, bunch of bull. They were just jealous I was better at hunting than them. Where was I? Oh yeah, left swamp. Yeah, I left the swamp. Eventually found myself in the company of some soft-skinned mercs. They needed some muscle. I obliged. Spent a long time with them. Grew fond of them. And then one day, they died. A rival company, the Red Buzzards, thought we were moving in on their turf. So, they killed all of them. Except me. Thought they could make a spectacle of me. So they sent me over to an arena to fight forever till I died. I wasn't happy with this. So, one day, during a really nasty riot, I snuck out and escaped. I got nicked on the way out though, so I had to lay low for a few months while that healed. Eventually, when I was good and ready, I heard rumors of a new merc company opening up in Azeros, so I made my way there to hide myself among them, gather some strength and information, so I can kill me some red buzzards. And that's how I met the Glory Hounds.
Freylost Akra has always been a strong-minded sort, even from his early days among the orphans abandoned at the gates of Grimjaw's compound. He was hand-selected to undergo training to become an elite shock trooper under the God, Tyr, to maintain order throughout the known lands. He maintained this reputation during his training, holding a standing record for returning other platoons as lost flags. as well as a record for the most successful captures on training missions and the most, disciplinary paperwork for refusal of orders. He was an excellent shock trooper with a bit of a mind of his own, and may have risen high among those of lofty ideals were it not for that day. That fateful day, wherein he was ordered to take part in the summary execution of a small village of reformed criminals for not more than seeking a better life than the one levied upon them by the prisons they had slowly broken free of. You see, while the rest of his squad saw hardened criminals, Freylost saw people trying to make the most of what they had, far away from any who could come to harm for it. While the rest of his squad fell too, Freylost fell away, off into the wilds until he hit a point where he could run no more, drifting off into sleep. In his dreams, he was made an offer, a chance to understand why the world behaved the way it did, why it could be so brutal, so unforgiving, and more importantly, how he could change it. All he need do was step away from his home and squad, and continue seeking power under the guidance of this new force. He awoke with an unfamiliar mask, an unfamiliar guide, and an all too familiar need to take action.
My name is Tixon. I'm the rogue sorcerer kobold of the party. I escaped my warren and wandered until after a lot of fights, near-death experiences, realizing having small legs is terrible for traveling. I found Azeros, and the Glory Hounds Guild, where, after I met the party and joined in all of their adventures, I've been through a trip and fucking half. Gained my magic from some weird dragon god thing, helping the Glory Hounds save the town, making sure a family feud didn't break out in the middle of the city. Since we left, well, all that's happened there. Faced the fallen, the Warforged are fighting for him. Well, in the background, all I know is my friend got kidnapped by him too. I'll do anything to make sure they are okay. One day let's kill that dragon that controls my warren, free my people. I ain't got too much else to say. Just here to help my friends and make sure that I leave the world better than I find it.
Oh hi, I was told to introduce myself. I'm Voltao, a 15-year-old storm chaser. My friends call me Volt. I got the nickname because I like storms. I know, shocking, right? Did I get that pun right? Is that okay? Is that good? Okay, good. Well, I'm from a small island named Akari in the Sea of Radiance. My home is known for elementals fighting off the coast every 10 years. I was on the beach for one of these fights, watching a giant snake made of clouds fighting a water elemental. After that, I was hooked. It made me want to become a storm chaser, so I headed to the mainland to see if I could find any other storms that aren't on my island. Some people tell me I get excited when I talk about storms, but what can I say? They're so cool. I really hope that I can find other people who like storms. Yeah, like crazy storms, like when the wind blows from a cold to a hot and makes a tornado that can destroy an entire village by just going through it. Wait, we're out of time? No, but it was just getting good.
Persephone Sharonford Vanderolf Kearney de Renard III, fourth child of Viscount Zephyros de Renard, daughter of the House of Blades. At your service. But don't let my good breeding fool you. My family not only rules Theros with the other three houses, but we also control its military. As a child, instead of playing with dolls and learning how to arrange flowers, like my sisters, I studied combat and tactics with my brothers, and I was rather good at it. Then I discovered engineering and constructed my first firearm, Requiem. Life was going well, until I overheard my parents discussing an arranged marriage for me. Having already been thoroughly disillusioned about the bliss that is usually associated with marriage, I did the only thing I could. Claimed I was going for a long visit with Great Aunt Rosalind in Upper Azeros, took the longer route by land, and remained in Lower Azeros instead. I calculated it would be around 2 months before anyone showed up looking for me, by which time I would be long gone, a false name hiding my trail. Unfortunately, I miscalculated. Far too soon I heard that my eldest sister, Calypso, was in town looking for me. my miscalculation, father's choice and agent, and the sudden discovery that a band of thugs have been seeking to kidnap Calypso left me less than ecstatic. I had little choice but to reveal my identity to my new allies, and escort my sister back to the safety of our estate in Imbric, hopefully drawing out the brigands in the process. So far, things are going about as well as everything else lately.
Okay, I think it's working. Now we're back. Alright, cool. So, where we left off, we were investigating a bloody dress. Go ahead, person.
Is there anything else in the closet?
I'll go check the closet again.
As you look around in there, nothing catches your eye or anything. Just that bloody dress.
Just this bloody dress.
Why on earth did they hang it back up instead of destroying it? I swear, these incompetent. I'm gonna check Dad's closet.
Okay, sure. So when you walk in, so on one side of the room is Mom's closet, on the other side of the room is Dad's closet. When you rifle through some of there, you see a lot of his, military garb, a lot of the, nice outfits that he has.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing in particular jumping out at you with his stuff.
Nothing seems out of place. Okay. Keep that dress with us for now. Let's move on.
Sure.
I fold it up and put it in my backpack. Or whatever I have.
Alright. So for the remaining time, as you guys explore the rest of the rooms, the two big things, honestly, was the dress and that hidden room with the android chambers. And it's probably about pushing around 9-10 o'clock by the time you guys are all done.
There's nothing unusual or out of place in anyone else's room. Alright.
Yeah, as we've been in each room,
Find me with this.
I'll be casting Detect Magic. They're sitting in the middle of the room, opening my book, casting the spell as a ritual. So it takes 10 minutes while they're searching each room and just seeing if anything pings, if my little friend in the book can find anything.
Alright. So as you open the book, oh god, hey, oh gosh, thank you, boss. You can open this book more than just like once a week.
Yeah. Get to work. Look around, see if you can find anything magical in the rooms.
Oh,
We're gonna do this each room. So
okay,
see what you
all
can
right.
find.
Give me a minute. You're just gonna hear that for 10 minutes in your head.
Oh no!
Yeah, you'll just see what I had. 4 lines.
Just for 10 minutes of that. You guys look over at Styx every now and again. He's like, for no reason, just with his eyes closed, pierced, flinching every now and again. Once the 10 minutes is up, you cast Detect Magic. You do not in this room, but if you go back down, when you go back downstairs, because it lasts for like 10 minutes, doesn't it?
So yeah.
All right. As you guys are leaving, you do catch off in the piano room, just out of the corner of your eye, you see like a glimpse of an arcane spark.
Yeah.
And if you go over to the if you go into the piano room where the chessboard was,
yep.
One of the chess pieces is glowing.
Which one?
Do you go
yeah.
look?
I'm totally going over to it. It sparked my interest. It's magical.
Right. When you go over to the chessboard, you see one of the pieces that looks kind of like a castle almost. Looks kind of like it would be considered the rook of the chessboard.
Yeah. Okay. Before I touch it, I'm going to cast Identify, so it'll take me a bit longer.
All right, 10 more minutes.
Yeah.
All right. You hear this, like kind of out, like from inside the book in your mind. You hear this cracking of knuckles, like. All right, here I go. All right, here. And he's just gonna fucking wait 10 more minutes of casting this. So we'll see. You can do this while they're kind of exploring some of the rooms too. This is the okay. So that's the word for it. It's the fortified castle thing.
Oh shit!
Yes.
But that's what it's called, right? I think it's actually what's. Hold on. See, now it's gonna bother me.
Oh my god.
Are you referring to battlements?
No, there's a magic item that turns into a tower.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know the one you're referring to.
That'll be useful.
It's like a mobile fortress or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Instant fortress.
Is that what
That's
it is?
it.
I put fortified castle. That's not right.
It's Dairn's instant fortress.
Instant fortress. There we go. Yep.
Yo.
Very nice.
Sweet.
We got ourselves a castle, y'all.
Well, small tower.
I was
Like-
taking it.
I think it's like 3 floors and they're small, but something.
It's a castle to Alona. It doesn't matter.
I'll take the whole chessboard.
Alright, sweet. Absolutely.
Checkmate.
Amazing.
Making me laugh makes me cough more. Thank you.
All right, nobody be funny
I
for the
sent
rest of the game.
I sent it over to you, Sticks.
Yes.
Through Discord. Cool.
Yep.
All right. Anything else in the House of Blades?
Nothing else magic, right? Okay. So we still have some time before my project. Anyone who's interested, I could use some help. I arranged a sort of meeting with the Lord of the House of Courts. He does not know it's me. He is expecting someone else, and I'm hoping to maybe glean whether or not he is allied, brainwashed, or replaced. So if anyone wants to help me keep an eye on him and try to read his intentions, that'll be going down at about 11.
That sounds like fun. I'm down.
I can hit people if it goes south.
Jill, you can wait outside.
Alright.
Just in case. If you hear commotion, run in. But
Alright.
stay inconspicuous outside.
You say to the crocodile that walks into the room.
There's the gardens right outside the library that you can mill around in the meantime.
Alright.
So,
Or
are you guys gonna
just
head
inside
there?
the water.
Are you guys gonna head to the library now, or are you gonna go meet? Up with
How much time do we got?
It's about 10 o'clock ish.
Okay, so we have an hour. I'd want to get there half hour early. How long does it take to get to the
It's gonna take a bit of a hop and a skip because you got to go back over to mainland Imbrick there.
Okay, so if we don't have time to get there and back, then we'll just go to the library and set up ahead of time.
I'd say you'd have enough time to get to the Glory Hounds and get there, but you'd have to leave like right now.
Okay, then let's do that. I
go.
want to check in on everybody else.
Okay. So outside, Frey, you and Lincoln are standing there. Alona came out, said 5 more minutes, went back in. You kind of look at each other. All right. Well, I mean, did Alona really, as you guys kind of walk away from Fabian a little bit, just the two of you, kind of, two dudes standing out in the middle of the street, 10 o'clock at night, kind of thing. I mean, did you know I can't go in there, right? I mean, did.
Oh yeah, I mean, I rather followed that.
Yeah.
I was trying to distract the fucker so he could slip by, but he was surprisingly focused for such a seemingly confused person.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I don't think I ever told any of them
it's
why.
a long story. To make a long story short, I'm not really a member anymore.
What'd you do?
Something with good intentions, but
buddy,
kind of. I don't want to necessarily say backfired on me because it didn't. It's okay, The ends justify the means kind of thing, but and it's cool. I can meet you guys in the morning.
Best be fucking careful with that line of reasoning there, bud.
worked for me so far. Just a good little giggle.
Right. And that got you kicked out of the Glory Hounds. Whatever it was.
You know, I'm not much of a next step thinker, Frey. You know, I'm just kind of like, you know, see a goal, achieve the goal, stuff happen. But
Oh no, man, I get it. Like, same.
yeah. That's why I
Same,
think, I talk
but,
to you about this. I think, you know, if anyone get it would probably be you, man.
I don't know. I've been trying to kind of do something about that mentality around here, though. You know, I'm just saying, like, obviously the things that we do affect our friends, and I mean, I got all these guys. Clearly, you got Alona, and she seemed pretty upset about you being stuck out here, dude.
Well, she's part of the reason I'm in trouble. But nothing that she did.
Alona.
Nothing that she did. Nothing that she did. It was all on me.
You gonna elaborate?
No.
Oh, come on, Lincoln.
It's just everyone's where they're supposed to be. That's what's important.
Curly the big bad.
You got a martyr there, bud? Like,
I don't like to think of myself as that, man. I'm just I'm working on some things. I'm seeing if maybe I can't get, you know, back in the good graces, because I mean,
well, no, I believe it. And, like, I don't want to come across as some preachy asshole. I had enough of those back when I was serving the temples. But I'm just saying, you got to take care of yourself too, dude.
Sometimes it's okay to be selfish, and other times it's better to take care of the people that you care about. You know?
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I mean, how long have you been with your group?
Oh, it hasn't really been all that long. A couple of weeks, month maybe.
Hasn't it been 2 months?
Yeah, ish.
Month and a half?
Yeah, ish.
Ish.
I don't know, man. I don't keep track of time super well. It's just we've been real busy.
That's fair.
I tell you about when we straight up blew up a fucking airship.
What?
It wasn't our fault.
No?
Wasn't our fault, mind you. Some goddamn gargoyles. You mentioned gargoyles around Geel.
I've heard Geel say about that. What's his deal with those anyway?
Right. So one of our very first real major missions with the Glory Hounds, right?
Uh-huh.
First really establishing the Gearhearts name. We hadn't even really decided on it yet, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
We were flying
it's a cool
off.
name, by the way. Just throwing it out there. It's pretty sweet.
Right? It's cool as shit. But yeah, we were flying off on this airship towards this old abandoned factory. Actually ran into Styx's old mentor there, funnily enough. But while we were still in flight, kind of almost at the old fortress in sight, these 6 gargoyles just came out of the sky and started attacking the ship. A couple of them climbed down the smokestacks into the engines.
You guys had an airship
stuff
battle?
in there. Oh yeah, I mean it was
That's
fucking
awesome.
crazy.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, almost the entire crew died. It was bad.
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. All right, never mind. All right.
But yeah, I mean, whole thing kind of went up in flames. Not entirely certain how that happened, honestly. I jumped down that smokestack to chase after the fucking gargoyle that went down there. Come to think of it, I think I remember seeing my buddy breathe fire on the already burning engine. It was weird.
Someone was burning fire in an engine room.
Oh yeah, burning fire engine room. Magical crystals powering the whole shit on top of it all. It was great. I still think we could have salvaged it though until Geel fucking flipped a lever and turned the whole damn thing off.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, don't let him work with any mechanics you got. He'll either eat them or turn them off at really inopportune times.
That's a good note. Right,
whole
good
thing
note.
fucking fell out of the sky. We barely survived. I'm not entirely certain how we did, really. But yeah, touchdown little ways out of that fortress. Had to keep folks holed up in the wreckage as well as we could, or at least nearby, so it was relatively safe until we could finally make our way back to Azeros.
And like the whole time you're telling the story, like since this is like a battle story, he's been very attentive and like kind of like hyping it up a little bit. Like, God, man, airship battle. That sounds awesome. Okay, all right.
I mean, I'd say hang on with us and you may get to see one, but I don't think Jill will ever go on an airship willingly again. Not after that.
That's fair. I was gonna say there's plenty of airships. We could do it again. I mean, that sounds awesome. Or like something else.
Yeah, maybe without the whole crew dying though. I kind of like some of those guys. They didn't really deserve that.
Yeah, I noticed how Gio doesn't like gargoyles. I'm a big like. I try to be heroic when I can. You know, I'm not one to back down from a fight. But between you and me,
I saw you tackle that golem. I was holding him.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. But and he's gonna get a little closer. He's like, but seriously, fucking spiders. I'm terrified of those things. Like,
oh, buddy.
Yeah, don't.
He's on the wrong mission.
Did I mention we almost always come across big ass like spider people? Like always, like fucking constantly. We keep fighting them every time. I don't know where they come from. It's like they're attracted to us.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, just. So even further back before the whole airship thing, right?
Oh my god.
We're looking at
Yeah, just tell them the whole story of the gearhearts.
Yeah, straight up. So like, even back before then, we were checking out this crypt that had some like bodies being dug up. Couldn't figure out what the fuck we're going on. Finally, there's like this secret like ancient crypt underneath the graveyard, right? Go down there. Find out there's some weird ass cultist in there, and he somehow turned the corpses into zombies that didn't turn into like spider creatures, and they turned into an even bigger spider creature. They're all dead again. It was a bad time, especially since we cut off the heads of the weird spider creatures, took them back to kind of try to collect the bounty, and then they turned back into the regular people's heads. That almost was very bad.
Did you say? Wait, back up. Did you said cemetery? Try that one more time. What happened there?
Oh, yeah, I mean, we went to the cemetery outside of Lower Azeros, found an ancient hidden crypt, went in there was a spider cultist. He turned a bunch of dead people into weird spider creatures and turned into a bigger spider himself, and then we killed them all and beheaded the spider people, and those heads turned back into human heads afterwards. About covers it.
He's gonna like sit back. There was something. How long ago was that?
Oh fuck. I just said I was bad with time, man. What?
No, out of the day. Take your time. Take your time. Whatever you can piece together.
Shit, like maybe a month and a half.
There was something about cemeteries here in Imbric.
I feel like I remember hearing something like that before. Hey, you by any chance ever run into a guy named Kylar?
Kylar.
Rhymes with Dylar.
Kylar.
Got some kind of fucking rad-looking armor. Usually wears a hood up. Lights his sword on fire sometimes by cutting himself. It's kind of weird. I don't get how he does that.
I remember. Just trying to think a little bit. I remember someone vaguely like that. I don't know. Hood and armor. I don't know. It's not really much to go off of because the history check I just did was terrible.
What about you ever hear like the Claret Order?
Now that I've heard of that.
Yeah, Kylar is one of them. So sticks, but yeah, I guess they were checking out this area and they heard something like that, and
yeah, the Claret Order is badass. They're like they do a lot of like demons and devils and all that kind of cool stuff, and
Apparently they're pretty shit at it then. They didn't find Percy's parents over here.
Is that what you said? This Kylar guy was in here, in Imbric, looking for those?
Yeah, I mean, so he said. But fuck, I'm not convinced.
Alright. Anyway, hey, so you want to see my glove, right? And he's like gonna like.
Oh yeah, let's see the shit.
Right, so all right, it's pretty cool, and he'll like show you how when you look at his glove, they're very Iron Man-ish almost, kind of like there's this like kind of circle-ish pulsator, right? And like it's like I don't really understand how it works. I'm gonna be honest with you, but like basically like, and he's gonna take his sword out. Fabian's off to the side, like, oi, what? Get out! Don't do that here. He can already see what's happening. Two dudes comparing things, and then those, and so he sees this longsword, and when you look at it on the hilt of the longsword, it's kind of wrapped in like a metal coil almost. It's like I don't really understand how it works, to be honest with you. All I know is when I do this, and he kind of like squeezes his hand into it, and the coils actually kind of light up inside the hand of the coil, and the electricity springs up from the hilt onto the blade, and kind of like, now that you get a closer look at it, it doesn't necessarily like cover the blade, it just keeps like pulsing up from the hilt.
Oh, that's pretty fucking neat. What's that?
Sweet, right? And he like kind of clinks it again, and you can actually kind of hear like as it shuts down. Yeah, I don't know. That's science. I don't know.
Who made that for you? Or like, how'd you get it? Like, what?
This was actually he's gonna get kind of sad for a minute. This was actually what was given to me when I became a glory hound member.
Oh, buddy.
But
yeah, so what you got in the works to get back in their good graces, man? Maybe I can help.
Well, I was actually going out to investigate the Fallen, which I guess you guys were actually looking into as well.
Yeah, oh shit, dude, I got some information that might help you.
Go on.
Right. So, like, the Fallen, I guess they've been kind of like conscripted into working some mines by these dark elves. Yeah, guy we kind of captured and was chatting with, and kind of buttered him up a little bit. He told me about that, but a couple other things that might be useful. Apparently, they're led by some guy named the Father. I guess he's some sort of like part machine thing, and they have this enforcer that's like. Did you see those big ass mechs that we brought back?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The guy's name is Sentinel, and I guess he's just like he's like a warforged, but like a mech, like a big ass autonomous
like a big
mechanical.
One of those things.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys fight it?
No, we haven't seen that one. The guy that I was talking to was kind of fucking terrified of him, actually.
Thanks, Frey.
Yeah, man. I mean, something I kind of want to look into myself, but if I can help you out, might as well.
What were they? You said they were mining something?
Oh, yeah. Some, like, real fucking fancy metal. Let's see if I can remember what it was called. Fuck. It was commonly used in, like, magical item creation. Hexagrade. That was it.
Well, I don't know if this is gonna help, but I mean it's better than nothing. I was going out there on a whim. I didn't know what I was gonna find or what I was gonna do when I got there, but I just know that the hounds are looking into this. Might help. Thanks, man.
Yeah, sure thing. I mean, helped us out where you can. I'm happy to help you too.
So about this time, Alona, Stacy comes back with a little gnomish man.
Do I know him?
Roll a history check.
16. No, sorry. 18. No, sorry, 19. Final answer. 19.
Whichever one you want.
19.
But if that's not good enough, it's actually 20. If that's not good enough, it's actually 21.
Just keep going till it feels right.
No, 19.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
19. Yes, you will recognize this gnome as he comes around. His name is Oron.
Oron?
I immediately distrust this man.
He comes around the corner and says, Alona, hi! Hey!
Oron!
Oh my gosh, he kind of like walks up and like grabs your hand. Oh, it's... okay, we're doing that. Okay, are you picking him up? No, he's grabbing his
I'm
hand.
just holding his hand.
I thought you were picking him up. I was like, oh, okay.
No, just holding him. Holding his hand.
It's so good to see you. And if you remember, Oron is not necessarily an old gnome, but not a young gnome either. You know, mid-range gnome. Just starting to show a little bit of the specks of gray on the sides. All right, but like dark hair, just a fair complexion. He has kind of more of a night out pajamas on, if you will.
Oh, he looks so cute.
Yeah. No shoes or anything. Just walks up. What are you doing here?
Well, so lots has happened. But I did bring some people that need a place to stay for the night.
Sure.
They need a secured room.
All right.
They're sort of in a bit of trouble, so if we could kind of keep their location hush, that would be appreciated. Maybe even post someone at the door to kind of guard them.
Kind of rub his eyes a little bit. Sure, that's fine. Well, who is it? Kind of walks around walks around the side now.
Miss Bennett and Gerald.
Fantastic. Yeah, sure, not a problem. You said you wanted a guard He's gonna look at you a little funny. A guard, because...
No, not for them. Not because of them. It's for them.
Oh, okay. Because that's a totally different room. Okay, gotcha.
Yes,
okay,
Miss Bennett has sort of a... well, we came across her. She was wanted by bad people. Bad people wanted her. They sort of wanted to kidnap her.
We're pretty good about bad people. Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
So, if you could just sort of make sure that she and Gerald are okay for the night. They've had sort of... And make sure she's well taken care of. I know it looks like there's only 2, but there's 3.
Oh, and he kind of looks over it. Congratulations. That's... you're not really showing or anything. You look pretty good. He's gonna like start to bite his tongue. You look great for a yeah, sure, yeah, okay, yep, got it. Like, really close to like throwing out good for a pregnant chick, and then like kind of pulls it back. Right this way. Do you need a room as well? I mean, we have plenty of room, or?
No, we sort of have another place to stay, I think. But you know who has been instrumentally helpful in protecting Miss Bennett?
Yeah.
And making sure that she's safe, and honestly, if I must say, being quite the hero, is, I don't know if you've heard of him, Lincoln Fredrickson. He was very good. Very good.
I know of Lincoln, yeah. What about him?
He was just extraordinary. Very Glory Hounds material. He did sort of
former Glory Hounds material, sure, but
well, see, that's the thing. He said that he had sort of his membership revoked, and I am hoping you would reconsider his relationship with the Glory Hound Guild.
Well, you know as well as anyone, my dear, that I'm a supervisor here, sure, but that's not my decision. You would need to speak to someone like, Baron Stormfist or one of the barons to do that. That's not my call.
Let me speak with your manager.
You pulling a Karen on me right now? What's going on?
I do intend to speak to Baron Stormfist. I've affectionately named him Stormy. He loves it.
Have you ever met him before?
No, but I'm sure he will love it.
I would probably not go with that. Just...
We'll ease our way into it.
Hello.
But the point is, I'm going to talk to him tomorrow, and I just sort of wanted to know if you could sort of put in a good word for me. I'm not exactly clear on what happened. I know sort of that he kind of got kicked out because he lied on my application and said I went through everything and I really didn't and made me remember, and that's why he got kicked out. But when you think about it...
Wait, he did what?
Oh, man.
I didn't really know why he got kicked out. I just, I don't really ask questions. Wait, one more time with that? How did that...
Well, I was going to ask you what happened, but if you don't know, then I shouldn't be talking to you about this.
Okay, roll a deception check.
Oh no, this has gone so poorly for me in the past. That's not bad.
You're doing great.
Deception? That's a 15!
Hey.
Pretty good lie for someone whose spouse is never ever lying because lying is bad.
I feel like I should roll with disadvantage, but...
Too bad his insight is 27!
Probably. Friggin' gnome. He's a gnome at all. Sorry, go ahead, Kyle.
So after the break, it was at 30 minutes, 45 seconds. So that's pretty good. Not bad.
Nice.
All right, good. Over under 30 minutes again. Right. We'll pick up this conversation later. Please, and he'll gesture towards Gerald and Clips. I can take you to the rooms. Bartholomew. Oh, Roy. Come! We need you to guard the door. And he
Thank you, Bartholomew.
Escort them up.
Well, I guess I'll be going then, Ron. I seem to have sort of woken you up a bit.
That's okay. That's all right. No problem. Is there anything
but
else?
I'll be back tomorrow.
Wonderful. Look forward to it.
Will Stormy be here tomorrow? Will Baron Stormfist be here tomorrow?
I'd go with that. He is
Baron
usually
Fister.
here.
Yeah. Do you know about what time he arrives? Do I need to make an appointment? Can I just walk in and see him?
He looks over towards Stacy. I mean, I could help you with that. I could actually do that. Yes, I could help you. Yes.
Okay. So yes.
It's kind of like pulls a pen
out of her bun. Yes. And so I'll make an appointment with Stacy for as early as I can tomorrow.
What time? What time, sweetheart?
8 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Sharp.
All right. It's in the books.
Okie dokie. Thank you, Stacy.
You're welcome.
Should probably stay, see what happens.
And 2 minutes later.
Right. Well, good night, Ron, and I will see you both tomorrow, maybe?
You can start to head out.
And then I will leave, and I'll come back, and I'll make my way back to Frey and Lincoln.
Okay.
And be like, okay, I'm finally done.
And
Sorry.
Right around this time, as you walk back out, Volt, Persephone, Styx, and Geo, you guys approach the Glory Hounds, and Frey and Lincoln are outside. You just see him kind of finishing up their conversation, and the door opens, and Ilona starts to walk out. You guys are all kind of convening back in here. It's probably about that 10:30 kind of time if you're looking for a time.
Did they not want you to... Did they say you couldn't go in without a shirt?
What? No, I was just... They wouldn't let Lincoln go in. I was hanging out with Aaron.
Yeah.
Shit, hey, so we were talking to Calypso and Gerald, right? And they mentioned that your dad, or the robo-dad, or whatever the fuck, has been, spending a lot of time in the basement, and that wasn't a thing that he used to do before, so... Did you guys look down there?
That does make sense. We did find a secret room with replacements of him.
Spare dads.
Right, so you looked down there already. Got it.
Yeah. So I guess they were sort of stepdads.
Ah, beat you to it.
Damn it, Kevin! I was passing for that.
I thought that's what he said. I didn't catch it, but yeah, I thought that's what he said.
Oh.
Yeah, Styx totally beat you to it. He sees what you're going to say and goes, ah.
Found that room and a bloody dress. I pull out the dress.
Yes, it seems as though Mother might have already been done away with.
Wow.
I mean, that's concerning to say the least. I mean, there's not much. How much blood was on it?
I look to Jill to pull out the dress.
I pull out the dress.
Does it look like enough to be on a dead person?
Go ahead and roll a medicine check.
Get that natural
The
one.
first time I'm seeing it too.
I have a fantastic +1 to medicine checks.
Everyone who's looking at it can do a medicine check.
Give myself guidance.
I will point
But I rolled
out
an 18 on die, so that's a 19 total.
Okay.
I will point out the stab location. Oh.
Volt, it's
13.
blood.
It's
oh,
at
God.
least-
Oh God!
it's a-
Don't throw up.
It's a 9. It's a 9.
Oh, that's not bad. Volt, it's blood. It's blood. Hold it back. 13.
Yeah, well, I got a 9. It's just marker. It's not enough.
It'll come out. The lemon juice.
Yeah.
Natural 1.
6 to no claws.
Amazing.
I think it's funny that the person who would never wear anything even sort of like this because it covers the chest region is the one who actually understands what the fuck's going on with it.
Well, you have seen a lot of dead people, so.
This is fair. Also, it kind of makes me sound like a sociopath. Thank you.
Well, for Styx, it's also one of those things where, like, when someone dies, all the blood comes out, so it's really hard to differentiate, like, less than all. So, yeah.
It's more like when Styx does it, they just turn to ash instead. He cremates it as it happens, so like it's cauterized at the same time. There's just no blood. So
I don't
he
leave
has no
remains.
idea.
Don't leave remains. Don't leave evidence. It's fine.
He only knows the two extremes of none or all. There's no in between. So what I would say is it takes everyone a little bit, but Frey, looking at it in terms of like the amount of blood that's on the dress, it looks like it definitely was. It could have been a fatal blow, especially like the area in which it was and how much blood is on the dress.
So yeah, I mean, actually looking at this, where that hit, amount of blood that could very well be fatal if it wasn't treated.
Well,
it doesn't bode well for your family.
no, and I can't think of a reason why they would need to keep her alive unless there was some magic involved.
Well,
Although I don't understand why they hung the dress back up.
that's definitely a bit different.
I put the dress away.
Well, another thing that Gerald mentioned was that like almost all of the other servants were also dismissed within the past a month and a half-ish period. Shortly after you left, when the parents started acting a little weird. That was around the time that like almost all the staff in the house was gotten rid of, minus like the Warforged and him and the chef. And if they're what I'm trying to say is he's never seen them around again since then. They may have a disposal point somewhere in the house.
Well, unless the servants saw something, it's not uncommon to dismiss servants for one reason or another. I did think it was strange that there were so many Warforged in the house.
Right, well, my concern is more along the lines that it was almost all of them, almost all at once, and with no warning, and that they haven't been seen since. That strikes me as, like, ritual sacrifice type bullshit.
True, but have they just not been seen around the house, or not been seen anywhere in the city? There's a difference.
Yeah, I mean, that's where the question lies. Gerald said he didn't get out much, but, well, fuck, I wouldn't even really know how to check that, other than, like, trying to find them, but this place is huge.
Yes. Well, just more questions. Well, who wants to help me play spy?
I raise my hand.
I would be good at that.
Good.
I mean, no offense. I think about the only one that might actually be good at it is Styx over there. And he's a goblin, so, like, not here.
I mean, I can lie very well.
The meeting is taking place in the library, so if you can pretend to be a patron, that's easy enough.
So I have to lie and I get to read books? How is this not my mission?
You do have to stay focused enough to pay attention when the Lord comes in.
I am shockingly aware
Are you
of
gonna steal
most of my
books from
surroundings.
them too?
No,
Please.
What? I don't steal books. I just don't return them. So I had permission. I just don't bring it back.
It's the not bringing it back part that makes it stealing. You can't borrow something indefinitely. That's not how that works.
They're all extended loan.
As long as I bring them back at some point in my life, I return them. I didn't steal it.
Well,
except for the one that Geo ate. I can't return that one.
I'm not exactly sure how it would be received here if you did that. The library is also the Temple of Ioun, and they might not appreciate their books.
So then I can just bring it back to her after we die. So yeah, it's even more time.
Whoa.
You worship Ioun or something there, bud?
No, but I just know that they're around. If
Well,
there's
then, like-
giant elementals that fly around, there has to be something else bigger than that.
Well, look, dude. If you die and you don't worship Ioun, you're probably not gonna go to Ioun. That's not how.
Pretty
not how
sure
worship
they all
works.
hang out. If you tell me Pelor doesn't have barbecues, then there's something going wrong.
The gods are pretty much non-existent anymore. They're superfluous, obsolete.
I'm just more concerned with like why you think they're gonna like let some rando fucker under their command meet with their gods. Like, don't they have shit they get? I always got the impression that at least with Tyr, he's got shit he wants those souls to do once they're done, and
That
you're
is-
not gonna be off wandering around at some other rando god's barbecue. That's not how that works.
That's twice I heard
he
barbecue,
has-
and I'm wondering where that is. This is from Lincoln.
Oh,
Where is that?
I was going to ask you that, Lincoln, because I don't know what that is.
I'm sorry, I was barely listening, but all I heard was barbecue twice. And the first time, I was like,
Lincoln,
I
you
thought
have
maybe
to
I was
pay
just hearing
attention.
Things, but I definitely heard it twice. So where is that? Are we going? Is that where we're going?
Are you hungry?
Yes, it is.
No, we're not going.
Yeah,
but we could though.
Yeah, I am hungry. I didn't eat anything at that dinner.
I'll hand him some rolls.
Yeah, I'll hand him my rolls and corn and stuff that I.
This is garbage for protein. We need protein, barbecue protein swole. Lincoln.
But there is no barbecue.
I like my hand on fire. We can have a barbecue.
Yeah,
This
I kind of
is,
have a barbecue now. Now it's gone too far with
All right,
this.
you will find a barbecue. I'm
Can we
going to
stop
the
on the way?
library.
Can we stop on the way? Just like it's a go window. They have a
At
small
10
window on the
o'clock
side.
at night.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Library, Volt and Percy. Is that it? Six? Are you going with them?
I'll go to the library.
Okay, so Percy.
I'll go to their
Volt.
fucking barbecue.
There's no. Oh my god. We need to
There's no
find
barbecue,
Fox.
I'll go to the library, but that was like kind of an upper and a downer all at one time there, guys.
Okay, well, if you guys find a barbecue, please get me something.
But I do appreciate the fact that everyone handed me a roll right away, so that's good teamwork. I like that. That's cool.
I love that they both pulled that out of pockets. Just,
I give him my jar of Percy's mom.
Oh.
Don't eat that, Lincoln.
I'm pretty sure. I look closely at it. Is that what? Gio, what is that?
I'll take the jar off Lincoln. I'll keep hold of that for now.
Six, you don't eat.
No, but I've got some research to do. And having a bit of the Yokoloth is probably a useful thing.
You know, I'm really missing those pies about now.
Now there's pie.
Stop! You're getting him all worked up. Stop mentioning food.
Barbecues and pie.
Oh, speaking of food, though, we need to find Fox. I'm gonna go back to Favorian.
You going back in again?
Fabian?
Fabian. I'm gonna go back to Fabian. Fabian?
Fabian? Yeah.
Fabian, and just be like, sorry to bother you again. Do you know where I can find Fox?
I don't really know who that is, but check the woods.
No, it's not. Can I go back inside for like 5 minutes?
All right.
5 minutes, guys. And I'm just gonna go in, ask them where I can find Fox, and then
It's
leave.
way after hours, right? You're going in and keep coming in and going out like you.
Yes, but it's an emergency.
You're kind of pressing your luck here. Go ahead and roll persuasion.
That's a 5.
You're kind of like almost rolling out your welcome here. I mean,
I'm a member.
well, I mean, come back tomorrow when it's open, because you were in and then you're out, and then you're in and then you're out. I'm supposed to keep the door closed.
Whatever, it's fine. It's fine, I'll find it myself.
All right, great. Check the woods.
No, I'm not gonna check the woods.
Meanwhile, Frey's back over there with.
woods.
Meanwhile, Frey's back over there with Lincoln. Like, so you got these badass pies back in Lower Azeroth, right?
God, Frey, you're literally just getting him worked up.
Hearing this, Sticks pulls out 3 jars. Which flavor did you want? Do you want apple, blueberry, cherry?
Oh fuck, the pie
I just
filling.
start walking.
Check this out, right? So, try one of each. It is it's life changing.
I just follow Percy.
I'll hand over the jars and follow Percy. There you go. I've got
Do you mix
spares.
in the jar of Percy's mom, which would look
like,
probably suspiciously similar?
No, that's going in my bag.
The 4 that rejoined us left,
Lincoln
and now
will
we're
now
just
follow
3.
that he has 3 jars with 2 biscuits. Like, all right.
Oh, Lincoln's going to the library?
Do you not want me to go?
No, you can go to the library. It's just... That was a Kayla question.
It kind of feels like you don't want me to go.
No, it's fine. You can go.
I'll just take my Mod Podge with me and dip my biscuit in there, and I'll
That's
leave.
fine. You need to be at the Glory Hounds tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock.
And you're gonna do that by sticking with us.
No, you can go. Just make sure that you're
Nope.
at the Glory Hounds tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
Not allowed to leave.
Frey,
Stuck
no.
with us.
No, Frey, we have some stuff we need to do. Lincoln, go to the library.
Yeah, no. I mean, we'll make it happen, but you can come along.
Go to the library and finish my book because we need to talk about it.
We're 100 feet ahead of them.
What? You said I could read the book
Percy and Jill are
next.
still walking. Bolt followed them.
Lincoln, go!
I'm very
Hey, no. You get back here. She said I could read the book next. What do you have the book?
Go ahead and each of you roll a persuasion.
Do I get advantage because it's Lincoln and he's my friend?
Do I get advantage because it's Lincoln and I told him cool things about the Fallen?
Friends become buds out here.
Lincoln's my best friend.
Straight rolls.
We're pretty great buds.
Straight rolls.
I mean, they compared weapons.
All right, I'll
If it helps at all, I rolled real shit.
Okay, what'd you get?
I got a 6.
I got an 8!
So he's been kind of going back and forth between the two of you. He's like, "No, I'm good. I'm gonna go." Yeah, there's that one the lucky coin. I'll just go there. Okay, bye. And he's just gonna.
That's
start
not
walking.
what either.
You hear like a slight.
See if they got barbecue.
And Laura's gonna pull out Frey's journal. Is just gonna start furiously scribbling like a mad woman.
Oh, hey, you're using the journal. Good.
Yes, I'm using the journal. It's all your fault.
You guys slowly catch up. Well, fastly catch up.
Well, yeah, I kind of gave it to you.
Just know what I'm. Where do I think I would find Fox? Since I've been here.
In the
before.
woods. That's what I said. It's in the woods.
Wait, in the woods? Are you serious?
Oh no, that's just what the other guy said.
You know, we're not talking about the animal, right?
Where does Kayla?
He's a person.
Kayla asking
does
DM.
Kayla?
Where does Ilona think she could find Fox?
Well, you know that Fox wasn't a Glory Hounds member. He
Right.
just took Glory Hounds green board quests.
Right.
One of which being looking into grave robbings in the cemetery,
Yes.
which is where you originally met him.
Yes.
Other than that, oh, he could be in this town. He could not be in this town.
It was a shame you just told Lincoln to go away from us because he was.
You know what?
talking
It's
about that whole
fine.
thing.
We will also go to the pub, and I'm gonna have a breezy squeezy and a good time.
So you're going to the Lucky Coin, or you're going to the library?
I'm going to the Lucky Coin because I can't lie. I will fuck that up.
Oh, he might actually be there. He
All right.
he used to drink a lot.
So who's going to the library?
I am.
Okay, and Frey.
So
and
it's the
Loda?
same. It's the same group split.
The same group. So goodness. Okay. All right. All right. Cool. Let's do library first. So you guys kind of like argue for a little bit, and then both of you trail after Lincoln anyway. Amazing.
We're the
do you
best
tell
at
your group
teamwork.
that, or are you just piecing out? Sounds like you're kind of piecing out.
Who's piecing out?
Because they pieced out already. Percy
Yeah.
left, Geo left, Volt left, Sticks left. You guys are arguing in the middle of the street. Lincoln takes off. You guys take off. Okay. I'll tell the rest of the group. I would say that you would at least know that they're not following you eventually at some point. Meh, fuck them. Yeah, whatever. You know, it's
It seemed like they had other work anyway. So,
all right. So I'll say here for you, Persephone, that it does take a little bit of time to get from the Glory Hounds to the library, but you're probably pressing right around that 11 o'clock, chime coming on the clock kind of thing.
okay. As we go, I use my hat.
You got about a 10-minute setup here.
Okay. As we go, I use my hat to make myself look like an acolyte of the Temple of Ioun.
And with
so
your
it looks like I work there.
With your passive perception, you don't notice anyone yet.
Okay. Yep. I just want to, before we approach, look like I work there.
Okay.
Jill, if you want to wait outside, either in the water just to the north of the temple or in the gardens to the west, just stay close, look inconspicuous as possible.
I get into the water and just have my head above the water.
I'm gonna cast Disguise Self on my clothing to match Percy's clothing as the acolyte, and alter self so I look like Idiom.
Wait, is there a lake at or a pond at the library? Where is the library?
The library is this building right here. It's on the lake.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You could do that.
So, yeah, I'll just hang out on the water with my head up above the water, my little hat.
I'm gonna cast nothing and look like a student. I don't have your fancy clothes. But if you want the room to be fogged up, I got you.
Student with a last minute project due.
Oh, I could definitely look super hectic. Yeah, we could do that.
Like trying to look in the windows, like God, no!
Yeah.
Please let me in. Anything else? Any other kind of setup you guys are doing?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. And where you want to get stationed at this Ioun library?
Is it open at all?
It is. It's
Or
open,
okay,
actually.
yeah. Then inside, somewhere where I can see the front door and easily follow somebody without seeming conspicuous.
So
like,
who's
just
all going inside and who's not going inside?
Inside.
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 I'm outside because I'm very conspicuous.
Outside. Geo, go ahead and roll a stealth with advantage since you're in your natural habitat of the water.
Alright.
What are you doing there?
Aha!
What is my stealth? I don't think it's very good.
Was it extremely bad?
Oh my god.
14.
14? Okay.
That's not too bad at all.
Huh.
Well, I meant stat-wise, the +1.
Your puns hurt so bad that it hurts my I can't even think of my own to even try to add to the conversation, which is good. I mean, that's good. That means that they're good. I just it. Usually I'm pretty quick-witted, but sometimes they just really hurt.
Well, so long as you don't shun me or anything, we're all right.
No, you're good.
It puts a real damn on his thinking.
Jesus.
Did you miss the ocean pun? That was an ocean pun.
No, I forbid it. Not you too. Damn it.
I'm just going with the flow.
No!
I mean, you leave it this open, we're just gonna keep ranting them down on you.
Stop giving them time to ponder more. They're just gonna keep coming in waves.
Someone help me.
Oh man, I almost feel a little bit scummy with all this beating up on Kyle there.
Oh my god. So in the library. This is why it's taken us 6 sessions to get through this one day.
We're almost there. We're almost
6 sessions, same day. That's still Tuesday.
So, as you're waiting in the library, where do you want to go, Percy? You want to
just inside to the side where I can watch the door in case he comes in, and I want to whisper to the guys what he looks like. That way they can keep an eye out for him too, but I want to be where I can spot him and then follow him without seeming odd.
Okay. So, inside the library, which you've been in before, but for some of you who haven't been in the library, What's a unique feature about this library is that when you first walk in, very, very high ceilings from the outside, looks like, again, like a 2-3 story, very large mansion-looking building. But when you walk inside, what's really kind of a unique feature is that you can see up to the ceiling, and when you first walk in, there's actually stairs that go up and around, kind of like this big U shape. Excuse me. But the rows of the books are on these like conveyor belt spindles almost thing from the top of the ceiling. So although they come top down ceiling, all these large cascade of books, they're actually ever so slowly just constantly just moving, like in a large, all these little cylindrical bookshelves hanging from the ceiling. They just slowly kind of turn, and the spindles themselves are slowly turning on their own spindles. So like it almost like have you ever seen like an amusement park, like the not the claw machine. Well, kind of like the claw, but like the
claw.
The claw. The like the tilt-a-whirl, I guess that's what they're called. The ones that kind of like spin on themselves and spin on themselves again. But
the one that causes countless injuries every year.
They're not going.
Those are my favorite.
Speed. They're just slowly turning on themselves, and then each one of the cylinders are slowly turning on themselves. So it's this constant like slow spinning. And if you listen really closely, you can hear like the as they spin around each other. It's kind of cool. And there are like desks, like you have to go through. There is like this main corridor where you can actually walk down the middle, and there are like, you know, desks and everything like that on the opposite end. So you want to set like a desk or something, or Percy?
Yes.
Volt's gonna set a desk, okay? Sticks
Yeah.
and Percy, where are you guys gonna be?
I'm gonna look like I'm shelving books or something, or searching for something.
Okay. Slowly walking through like with the spindles.
Mhm.
It's like borderline annoying-ish a little bit that you have to like constantly just kind of like walk with these things as you're looking for the books, but you can like slowly walk with them.
Oh god, it's really good I didn't go to the library. I would have eaten so many books.
That's not how you learn things.
Like potato chips. So outside you do hear the dong, ever so faint in the distance. Dong. You can hear the chime of 11, and you kind of wait a moment. Wait another moment. About 5 minutes pass, and you do hear the front door open. And walking down the middle is a hooded figure, just ever so slightly walking towards the back where the desks are. It's kind of a gray-green, very dark green colors to it.
I will follow and signal for Sticks to keep an eye on the door in case somebody else shows up after.
Yep.
Okay. Anyone doing anything else?
I'm swimming.
Okay. Gio, you would have saw this figure, the dark figure, just approach and walk in the door. I'll walk in the door.
Oh, okay.
You're far enough that you can just see it, but not far enough to it's just a person walking in the building at this point.
All right.
And Volt, you're at a desk, right?
Yeah.
How far away are Sticks and Volt from Percy? Just so I have an idea.
I don't know how far the desk from where Percy is.
In the back, there's 6 desks, long, rectangular, right? And when you like first go through that main corridor, there's a desk right there, desk off to each side, and then like another one. It's not a very big study hall, if you will, but and Percy, you're walking with the books, yeah?
And following the guy now.
You're following the guy. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
So he's gonna get all the way up to the desks. Are you stealthily following him or just walking?
Yes, I am trying to be as inconspicuous, looking like I'm just working.
Okay. Go ahead and roll stealth or performance at your not really sleight of handing, but performance. Sure, that sounds good. Roll stealth. Sure.
Okay, yeah, my stealth's better a little bit.
Sure.
Do I get any advantage because disguised? I don't even look like myself. My face is different.
Sure.
Cool. Oh, good. One of those was a what?
Clonk, clonk, clonk.
Could've been
22.
22?
Yeah.
Once the hooded figure gets to the end, he just kind of, he or she, sorry, the hooded figure just kind of stands there at the end and looks over toward, and you, Volt and Styx, you guys are both at desk, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, just kind of looks at both of you. Is anyone looking up at the figure or still studying your books?
Studies.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up just as if he just noticed him come in and then go back down. So I get a quick glance at him.
Okay.
See if
I'm
it's
sorry, Nick,
who's
did you
described.
freeze? Are you good?
Yeah, I think Nick's frozen.
Oh, no, he's good. Okay.
Oh, there he is.
This is very still.
He responded in the nick of time.
That's how good his deception is. Just not even moving. Did you look up from your books at all or anything? No? Yes, no.
Yeah, I looked around a little bit, but looked a little panicked.
Okay.
Yeah, can you guys not hear me?
You're a little robot-y.
Yeah, robotish.
Yeah, your internet's
Mr.
struggling.
Roboto. Domo.
Nope. Did not hear you while you typed that.
Nope. That's okay. That's fine.
I didn't say anything while I typed it.
Okay.
Okay.
So what you guys would see at real quick first glance when you look up is this hooded figure. Again, is this dark and gray, green robes. Kind of hard to tell anything else just because the hood's up. But as the figure stands there for a moment, he kind of looks at both of you. And turns like he's gonna leave.
He's gonna book it. He's gonna book it, guys. Don't check out right now.
Oh my god.
It's important that you pay attention.
And with your stealth roll there, unless you're making yourself known, he's just gonna walk right back out.
Okay, if I'm out of sight, I want to shift into hooded drow.
Okay.
And then just. Psst.
You making yourself known or just? Psst?
Yeah, just.
Okay, I
It's just
didn't
yeah.
know if you just wanted to make a noise because I don't know where the
No.
fuck you are.
Yeah, no. When he looks around, peek out, and then slide back behind the shelf.
Oh, okay. All right. Kind of slides in there with you, and
Okay.
as the figure kind of slides in with you behind these shelves that are still kind of rotating and everything. For Volt and Styx, you can kind of see as these bookshelves kind of like turn and twist on themselves, like you can kind of see the figures off to the side, probably about 30-40 feet away from you, but at this moment it's just two darkened figures over there. It's kind of hard to see which one would be Percy, which one would be this other figure, but you could still see where Percy, unless they switch sides or something, you know one side is Percy and one side is this figure. We'll say that because you would have saw Percy. That makes sense.
I'm gonna pick up a couple of the books from the table and go to start as if I'm organising them back on the bookshelf so I can get a bit closer to Percy and the figure.
All right, cool. And Volt just kind of keep it a visual kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a half wall, so if I have to cast anything, my hands are subtly hiding behind the books.
Okay, cool. Good to know. All right, so as this figure comes around the side of these bookshelves, Percy, it's gonna drop the hood, and you can see now the pointed ears of an elf. It is an elven female. And
Is it Lady Arabet?
It is a lady elf, but you, even without a history check, you don't recognize this person. She's has these pointed ears, kind of like blonde, silvery blondish kind of hair that's just kind of tightened up because of the hood, you know, trying to hide as much as she could. A little bit longer of a nose than normal, kind of thing, if that makes sense for an elf, if that rings any bells. Hold on 1 second. Oh, don't die on me, phone.
Die, phone.
Okay, there we go.
Die.
Okay.
Krabby is the phone murderer.
Am I? Are you who I'm supposed to meet with?
In undercommon, I'm going to say, you were not the one that was summoned. In common, you were not the one that was summoned.
Oh, okay, I couldn't understand you. I don't really know why I'm here. I was just told to meet with someone.
And who told you?
I'm not at liberty to say. And she just hands out like a piece of paper like this.
Snatch it out of her hand.
And she just takes the hood and starts to walk away right away.
Can I grab her?
Go ahead and make a dex check. See if you can grab her.
That's 20!
God damn it.
Yo!
Okay, yeah, absolutely. As she like pulls up the hood and starts to run away, you can like grab her arm and pull her back.
Yep, I'm just gonna hold her while I open the letter and read it.
I don't have anything to... please let me go.
Stay.
Okay.
What's the letter say?
It says, it's time to ship the cabbages.
Okay, that's it.
Before the frost comes.
The cabbage. Before the frost comes.
Our distributors will be waiting for you. Sorry. At the southern plateau. A great harvest yields another great year. Exclamation point. Praise.
You said a great harvest yields another great year?
Yep.
Okay.
Praise be to the sun. Exclamation point. Now, Styx and Volt, you would have seen kind of like... It's kind of hard to explain, but like you kind of see like the lower, like from the knee down, this walk up, a brief exchange. The one figure like turns and like gets pulled back. That's kind of all you really see at this point from where you're at.
I'll send a message to Percy. Hey, you okay? This is Volt.
Can reply to this message.
I'm going to reply back. I'm fine. See if Styx can follow this girl when she leaves.
Okay. I go to turn and go, oh, no, and I point to him and said, Styx, you can follow her when she leaves. I forgot I had a message spell after I used the message spell.
Amazing.
Oh, by the way, this is Volt.
Truly a master spy.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to fold back up the letter, release her, and just kind of gesture, go.
And she doesn't say another word. She just starts to duck out. And you guys would see her start to take off this figure towards the door.
Yeah, give her a couple of seconds and I'll start following.
All right. Sorry, I'm just trying to really hurriedly type this in here for you. What do you guys want to do while I'm typing real quick?
I think Styx is just following her, so I guess.
When I leave the library, I'll drop my spells, so I'm just my normal self, and then proceed to hide and follow.
Okay, there you go. Okay, yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll. Roll a stealth and a survival to see how you can sneakily follow this person.
Okay, that is a non-natural 20 for stealth and a 25 for survival.
All right. Cool.
So I see them come out, right?
How much time do you want to give?
I'll follow her until she stops, sort of thing. She reaches her destination.
All right. And I mean, how much time before she leaves before you follow? That's all.
Let her get to the door, then I'll quickly get to the door, sort of thing.
Okay, so all of like 20 seconds ish.
If that, yeah.
All right.
And as I'm leaving the library, my disguise will drop, so I'll just be myself. I work better in the dark as a goblin.
Gotcha. Okay. Geo, about all of maybe 2-3 minutes after this figure comes in, you see a figure of similar size kind of bolt out and start to run-ish at a quickened pace.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all you'll fucking see, because Styx is invisible at this point.
All right.
But you'll see the other figure start to dash off.
All right. I'm just gonna hang out on the water until someone says something.
All right, cool. So Persephone has her note. Styx is giving chase. Volts, what are you doing, bud?
I'll start putting the books away. I don't have a library card for this library.
That's fair. Percy, anything you'd like to do?
I'll help him put them away real quick, and then we can step outside.
All right.
They're all from the same section. There's literally just a big gap of storm.
Just right here. Just
yeah.
Easy.
Push it back in.
Oh wait, no, that one goes over there. There you go.
Excellent.
Yeah, as I'm following the woman outside, I'm going to summon Acheron to take flight above me to keep an eye that I'm not being followed myself.
Okay, no problem. Takes off into the air.
Yeah, nice black owl at night. That's great.
All right. While this is all going on, Frey and Alona, you guys are following Lincoln, eating jam on the way to the Lucky Coin.
That's the plan.
Coin.
It's about like another 10-minute walk from the Glory Hounds to the Lucky Coin.
Which, side note, Ilona does not have Frey's notebook. She gave that back to Frey and I forgot about it, so she did not write in it. He has his notebook.
Okay.
Continue. Yeah,
All
go
right.
to the Lucky Coin.
That's okay. As you guys slowly approach the Lucky Coin, you see one of those big wooden banners out front. It's literally a coin, but there's a heads up on both sides.
Nice.
There's nothing fucking lucky about that. That's a cheater's coin.
I think you see Lincoln from over. I think that's okay. Yep, nope, that's the point. All right. And as you guys walk into the Lucky Coin,
No, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
That's where we're
Don't
gonna
say
end
it.
the
No,
session
no, 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 I can't hear you.
Sorry, guys, but
What'd you actually
we
say?
got to a certain point. That's kind of where I wanted to get to anyway.
Oh, we're
and,
stopping.
And I know Heather's kind of feeling a little under the weather, so I don't want to push her too
Yeah.
far here. But
Thank you.
excellent, good stuff, guys. Some more dominoes are set up and things are happening, and bloody dresses and things under stairs and notes.
Getting into some intrigue there, boys.
Yeah, man.
I literally didn't hear you stopping because Caleb literally overwhelmed you.
Yes.
Yeah, she did.
So I literally was confused.
I'd like to thank my players again, as always, for another great session. You guys can see us every other Saturday on either our channel or the Total Tabletop channel. I don't know. It's going to be up somewhere. We'll make sure everyone knows about it on our Facebook and Discords, all kind of fun stuff. But everyone just want to give a quick real shout out. Okay, bye, everybody. Say bye.
Have a good night, guys.
Thanks, y'all. All right, let me stop this here. Okay, and...